we're connected.
Yay.
And we're ready to go.
Yay.
Welcome back, everybody.
Happy Thursday.
Yes, it's Thursday night.
Self-Care Thursday.
Let's get everybody set up and get ready.
That's right.
Let us know where you're coming from and let us know if you're new to joining us. We're looking forward to tonight.
Yes, we are.
We're celebrating another iconic movie.
One of our favorites.
I have to say, yeah, it's one of the favorites because we watch it a lot when it gets around this time of year. Oh, wow, we've got people from Ohio jumping in right away.
Hey, guys, welcome.
If we're lucky tonight, we have some special guests hopefully joining us tonight.
Yeah.
We're doing the leg lamp.
We're doing a leg lamp.
From the iconic movie, A Christmas Story.
We should have done some trivia for this one.
Yeah, I was trying to get something up. Hi, Grandma Pat.
Hi, Grandma Pat.
Laura Sullivan.
Hi, Laura.
Our top fans.
Welcome.
Katie Schrum.
Hi, Katie.
Katie and Jeremy from Pittsburgh.
Hi, Katie and Jeremy.
Bobby Jessel from Virginia. This is my first time doing a virtual paint night.
Aww,
Welcome.
Welcome.
You're going to have a lot of fun.
Thanks for doing it with us.
Yes. Will Ryder from Torrington, Connecticut.
Hi, Will.
We've got Michelle Johnson. My daughter and I are new from Nashville.
Awesome. Welcome, guys.
Michelle, you're not clients. You're guests.
Yeah, you're guests. You're guests. You come as a guest and you leave as a friend. So after tonight, you'll be our friend.
That's how we do it here. Sean.
Hi, Sean.
From Charlotte, North Carolina.
Welcome.
We got Danny Barrett back from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Welcome, welcome.
Trisha Hippensteel says, did we have to sketch?
Yes, please.
Where did they get the sketch? Tell them now.
Grab it from the website. Go on to mimosasmasterpieces.com. Your sign up there includes your sketch, FAQs, supply lists. Everything is there.
Okay, so there's nothing on Facebook, so they could just stay where they are. They're going to have to go to
They'll have to go to the website to get the sketch first. Yep.
All right, you got a few minutes.
You got a couple minutes. Go ahead.
Okay.
You got it. You can always pause the live and, you can go back to it.
Okay.
So.
We've got Jacqueline Roman from Quartz Hill, California, first time.
Hi, Jacqueline.
Emily Molinex Young from West Virginia.
Welcome, welcome.
We got New Jersey. We got New Jersey in the house.
Yay.
Gianna Orboski Ventris.
Hi, Gianna.
This is her first event.
Aww.
And her favorite Christmas movie.
It is one, I'm telling you. It's a toss-up for me between this one and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Those are my two favorites.
Awesome. Lisa Breeden from Toronto, Ontario.
Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Tracy Stevenson from Lexington, North Carolina.
Hi, Tracy. I stole Aiden's leg lamp from his bedroom before we came on.
You stole it, or he let you hold it?
He let me borrow it.
Yes. As you can see, right there in the right lower corner, that is Aiden's leg lamp.
That was a Christmas gift last year.
Yes, and he treasures it. She mentioned that she wanted to give it away in a little spinner or something like that, and he went ballistic. He does not want to part with that leg
No,
lamp.
I said if we have enough people tonight, if we have enough, we didn't have very many kit purchases, but if we have enough virtual tippers, then we'll give one away. We'll spin to give one away.
Awesome.
Hi, Rascal. You need to lay down, relax. It's Mom's turn now.
Yep. Yeah, take it easy, Rascal. That's our rescue dog, Rascal.
It's like what?
Yeah, let's just give him a little shout out.
It's okay.
Rascal's getting all antsy because
Mom's
he knows we're about to have a painting event, so
he's like, what?
Yeah, and he knows when I start talking about him, he don't like it.
You'll be fine.
He'll find a place right by her feet. Yeah, he'll find a place right by her feet, and he'll relax and let us get on with this event.
Yeah, we gotta paint with everybody tonight.
But he does get anxious when we have our little painting event.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be all right, Rascal. It's okay. We won't be
Oh
here
my
all night.
goodness.
We'll be here for a good while, but we won't be all night.
Nah.
We're about to get started. We just want everybody to get themselves situated.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people in here tonight. That's great.
Awesome.
Donna Otwell from Texas.
Hi, Donna.
Deb Pruitt from Michigan.
Hi, Deb.
We've got Brianne Hayward from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Hi, Brianne.
Yes, I love Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Yes, Stacy Cannon says, I can't move my arms. Just put them down when you get to school. One of my favorite lines. Oh, she's one of the lines.
You'll be able to put them down when you get to school. Yeah,
Oh,
that's when they wrap up when they wrap them up in so many snowsuits that his arms are like this.
Oh yeah,
and you can't put it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of people reminiscing and thinking about the movie. Some people are probably gonna put the movie on.
We watched it again yesterday, Aiden and I.
Yeah. And my son loves this movie ever since I can remember. He's the one that told me about it. You know, he was watching this movie every chance he could get.
Aww.
All right, we got
It's a good
Colleen Zampatella from Philly, first timer.
Hi, Colleen. Welcome.
Spring Sky from the Bronx.
Awesome. Welcome.
Just a heads up for everybody. You see Monir Khan saying free virtual leg lamp painting. That is not us.
Yeah.
There's no reason whatsoever for you to click on that. You're in the right place. You're here with us, me, Jennifer, Rascal, Aiden's upstairs. We're Mimosas and Masterpieces.
That's it.
You're in the right place.
Yepper.
Okay, D. Lynn Birch is going to try this weekend from Baltimore.
Sounds good. That's fine.
Jennifer Mitchell says, I'm not painting this tonight, but painting Beauty and the Beast.
Awesome.
I want company being alone in the house.
Aww.
All right, and yes, for people who is the first time here, we want you to understand that when we do these live events, we record it and then we post it right here on the Facebook page so that people who didn't get a chance to do it can do it.
You can do it.
And then it ends up on our YouTube channel, which is Mimosas Masterpieces, all one word. You'll see our logo and you'll see our paintings on our page.
That's right.
All right, Kate McGough. Hello
Hi,
from
Kate.
Geneva, New York.
Awesome.
Also
Welcome.
a first timer with us.
Aw. Lots of first timers tonight, guys. Awesome.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of first timers, and that's great. We really appreciate you joining us for an event.
Thank you.
Seeing how wonderful and easy it is to paint with us. We're not a class. We're not training you to do anything. We're having a session. We're having an event. We call it what we are is a fun and instructional party. Yeah, she's going to tell you things about how to get this painting done and how to do it. It's not going to look like, nobody's paintings are going to look the same, but they'll all generally be compatible. We got Andrea from Hazard, Kentucky.
Hi, Andrea.
Melissa Simmons from Colorado.
Hi, Melissa.
Oh, we got Elaine Garcia back again.
Hi, Elaine.
She did the Nightmare Before Christmas with us.
That's right.
She's from Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Welcome back.
Oh, we have Emmanuel Soba. I am one of the co-founders of A Christmas Story family.
Awesome.
We might have Grover Dill stopping by and saying hi tonight, everybody.
That would be so cool.
That really would be really cool. Grover Dill stops by, I'll let everybody know, and then you can question him, talk to him, greet him, say hi to him in the comments. I'll be looking for him to pop up. That would be really wonderful for our viewers tonight.
This is one of the mean kids.
Oh, why are you gonna say that? He's one of the mean kids.
He was one of the bullies. He was one of the little bullies.
Oh. Yeah, Sydney's
so
here. Not going to paint tonight. We'll try and catch up this weekend.
It's
just wanted
totally
to say hello.
Fine. Totally fine.
Yes. Yeah, so I guess whenever you're ready to get started.
All right. Let's do it.
Grandma Pat says, I see a Nutcracker globe. When will we be doing it?
I don't know yet, 100%.
Okay.
So it was supposed to be a Paint It Forward, where I was waiting on the studio to get back to me. So it's not posted yet, but we do have a couple of dates that are not posted as public events yet, so they're coming. But we're not taking any more, no more private parties, no more new things for December. Totally tapped out. We're done.
Okay.
I say uncle, it's time for January.
Okay, now we have another first timer here that's asking, where do we find this sketch?
Sure. So what you'll do is for any of our events, you'll go to our website, mimosasmasterpieces.com. You'll find the photo and it'll say sign up. So you'll click on that sign up. It shows that it's $1, but if you just use the promo code self-care in all caps, when you check out, it's free. So all of our signups for all of our free events are free. So you just have to use that promo code. But when you do that, we'll email you a link to download. It's just a Word document. I'm going to start changing them to PDFs though. I think people have issues with the Word documents, but
Okay.
I was trying to do the simplest thing I could. But anyway, so you'll get that document that has your supply list, that has your FAQs, and that has your sketches if you need a sketch. That's for everything. So it was just easier to direct everybody to one place than it was for us to keep updating the discussion of the event with all of these things every time we did it.
Oh,
Because
okay.
we could not, whether my posts were disappearing or I couldn't even find my own posts, you guys couldn't find them. So that's the place where you'll go for everything. Okay?
Okay. So either way, they still have to go to the website to get these sketches.
Yep. Website.
So people who are joining for the first time, this is what you're going to have to do. I was hoping there was a way I could just do it where we could flash it up on the screen or something for you so you could get the link, but it seems like that's not the way it works.
I mean, you can just
So-
type in mimosasmasterpieces.com and
Right,
that
but
will,
you still have to go to the website and do
Yeah.
the steps, so that's going to take a minute for you to do.
just a minute.
So there's no
It
way you
won't
can
take
get
too long.
around that. You're going to have to go and visit our website, and in the future, you got to check up our events and see what we got coming up and do all of that stuff ahead of time so that you don't have to scramble.
Just check all of our
Do it.
upcoming events on the Facebook page when you get a chance. We have one coming up tomorrow. We'll tell you about a couple of them tonight.
Okay.
We have still things remaining for December that are not posted yet. Ralphie will be one of them, so we'll make sure that we have our friend in there. What else? But yeah, so go once you're on the Facebook page for the upcoming events, then you can see which ones you're interested in. Then go to the website to sign up for whichever ones you want.
All
Okay.
right. We've
All
got
right.
a lot of people from all over, from Canada, El Paso,
Awesome.
Texas, Montana.
Cool. All right,
I
so
think we're ready to go.
let's do it. So, hi everybody, especially if it's your first time with us. I'm Jennifer. Mark's behind the computer, behind the camera. He's my eyes and ears for me tonight.
And we've got Grover Dill.
Awesome.
Right on right now. He's saying, hey everybody, Grover Dill here. This
Hey.
is super exciting to see you all painting the leg lamp. If you
Aw.
love the movie, give me some love.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So he's here.
So give him some love. Thanks, Grover.
Thank you so much. His name is Yano
Yano.
Anaya. We want to thank him for just giving a shout out to everybody. Let everybody know he's here.
Thank you.
So please show him some love.
So cool.
Mandy Oliver, one of our top fans, says, you'll shoot your eye out.
Aw.
All right, so let's get started. We'll
All
keep
right.
we'll keep a lookout
Keep
for
a
all
lookout
the people
for-
shouting out and giving hearts of love to Grover Dill. He's here with us. He's watching you guys tonight.
So cool. We'll have to send you a painting if you want a painting.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, I'm Jennifer, works behind the computer. We're Mimosas and Masterpieces. We're out of Southbound Brook, New Jersey. We've been doing this virtually for 8 months, 10 months.
Yeah, about 10 months now.
Really, Rascal?
Ugh,
Ugh.
rascal.
Oh, man. Come on, lay down. Need to get Mr. Aiden. We've loved virtual painting since the end of February, beginning of March. We have been just kind of rolling with it, enjoying it. We have learned that it is really not about what's the paint on the canvas. For me, it is about you guys. It's about making sure you have downtime. That's why we call this Self-Care Thursdays. It's about creating a moment in time for yourself, whether it's by yourself, with your family, with your friends. That's what it's about for us. So we really want you just to enjoy yourself tonight. Have a good time. Relax. Take a sip. I'm just sipping water tonight.
Awesome.
But let's get started. So let's go over all of our supplies.
All right.
All right. So I have a 16 by 20 canvas, portrait style, with our leg lamp sketched on there. We only really need 5 colors tonight. I have my red, white, blue, nope, red, white, brown, and black. And red, yellow, black, white. No blue tonight.
No blue tonight?
If you want blue, again, you guys know, you don't have to pick the colors that I go with. If you want to make your background blue, you make your background blue, right? I'm just here to guide you a little. You don't have to follow my lead, okay?
That's right. There's no rules here.
No rules. No rules. So the brushes that we'll be using, you're going to use a flat brush to start. So it'll be either 1/2 inch up to a 1 inch flat brush. The larger your flat brush, the quicker it goes.
Uh-huh.
We'll use a medium round brush. And then we'll use a tinier fine brush for detail. The smaller the brush for your detail, the finer those little lines we can get. We have a cup of water to rinse and paper towels to dry.
All right. So we're ready to start?
I think so.
All right. Just want to tell everybody who's here with us. Again, Yano Anaya is here with us.
So
He's
cool.
Grover Dill from the movie. He's right here in our chat section, so please give him some love. Say hi to him. Tell him you love him. Tell him you love his movie.
Yeah, we do.
And we have our leg lamp right over there. See, right there on the right-hand side of the screen. Well, it's actually Aiden's leg lamp.
It is Aiden's leg lamp.
So
yes.
yeah. So just want to let you know we're showing him some love tonight. He came in and just watch and see what we're doing here tonight. See how many people are here to paint with us. So please show him some love. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Is he actually coming to our house to visit us?
No, he's not coming to our house. He's just on the live feed with us.
Yeah, he just
Can
on
you
the
help?
live feed
Can
with
you
us.
help me? Can you clean
Yeah,
up
see,
for
Aiden
me?
come downstairs and says, "Is he coming to
coming?
our house? Is he coming to our house? We wish."
I have to use it.
Just grab paper towels for me right now.
We wish he was coming to our
I
house.
know,
but it's okay.
Shh. Okay, here we go.
All right.
So let's get started. So we're going to start with that flat brush. So I'm going to start with my 1/2 inch flat brush, rinsed and dried really good. We're going to work on our background first, and then we're going to go to our lamp.
Never mind.
Shh.
Okay.
All right. So I want to mix a slightly lighter version of my brown. So I'm going to take a scoop of the brown. We'll move it in another spot. I'm going to take a nice big scoop of my yellow. And a little scoop of my white here.
And that's what you're going to make for brown?
I'm going to start with that for my brown. And we're going to play with this a bit.
All right.
And everybody's is going to be different. So, right? My painting.
My painting is not going to look like my painting.
And your painting is not going to look like my painting.
Keep that in mind, everybody. And Brandy told me, yes, if someone misses the live, there is somewhere where you can rewatch it.
Yeah.
Right here, right where you are right now.
Yes.
As soon as we're done, we'll post the video.
So yes, what we like to do is we'll put it on the page for at least a week, and then we'll move it on to, if not our website, this will probably go right to the YouTube page
channel.
too. We're just trying to upload everything onto YouTube for you guys so that you have plenty to do for the upcoming season.
That's right. Dana Martin Wims Blackwell says a town close to where I live has a 20-foot leg lamp display for the holidays.
Stop. That's
What town is this?
so
Please let us
cool.
know. Thank you.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. We'd like to know what town that is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so great. All right. So with my light brown that I've started, I'm going to start with just brushing this in a diagonal. So just brushing in diagonal, back
So
and
you're going to
forth.
go diagonal tonight.
I'm going to go diagonal. Now if you want to go horizontal or vertical, it's up to you completely.
Okay.
I'll change it up a little. So I'm just going to go on a diagonal.
Awesome.
As you get your edges, you can grab your top, sides, grab all of that as you go. So I'm going to do a section, let's say about 1/4 of the canvas. So I'm going to skip over my my drawing, if you can. If you happen to paint over it a little, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I try to like kind of avoid that sketch if I can. So I'm just painting a diagonal.
All right, Mitzi Lowe says, my father-in-law watches this movie almost every day for the entire month of December, and I'm hoping to paint him this for a gift.
Aw, this would be a great gift.
Good idea, yes.
I love it. So I just want you to do about a quarter of this to start here.
Just a quarter?
Just a quarter, because we're going to add some other colors to it. And I want to do it before it dries completely.
Okay.
Okay? So every time I like to do things, I mean, I know I have certain techniques that I do, but I change things up every time we do them, guys. So I like to keep you guessing.
Now, just a little bit of facts about the leg lamp. The leg lamp, or as the old man calls it, the major award, was a large tacky lamp that the father in the film won. And since its initial release, A Christmas Story has grown a cult following and is frequently found in heavy TV rotation during the holidays.
Certainly
Tell me about it. And with the film's popularity, the legend of the Christmas Story leg lamp has been passed on through the generations.
It definitely has. We're on to 3-4 generations, I think, with this film.
Uh-huh. Yeah, about 4 generations. Okay, so now Dana Martin Blackwell comes back and says, I was wrong. It's 40 feet tall.
Oh,
and
no.
it's in Chickasaw, Oklahoma.
Oh, my gosh.
So that's where you can find a leg lamp.
Chickasaw, Oklahoma.
That is awesome.
Wow.
And for all of you guys who just got here, just came on, we've had Yano Anaya, who is Grover Dill, has been joining in, watching us, and putting some comments in the chat section here. So please show him some love for joining in on us and watching what we're doing tonight.
So awesome.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mandy Oliver, one of our top fans, says, I'll be adding a fragile
There you go.
definition. Okay. Awesome.
All right, so once you've got that corner on there, I'm going to have you don't even have to rinse and dry this brush.
Okay.
I'm going to have you take a little bit of your original brown, just a little, and we're just going to add a couple little spots of that original brown and blend.
Oh wow, we have a viewer that says to Dana, that's great. I'll be there in a couple of weeks.
Ah.
So they're gonna be down in Chickasaw, Oklahoma to see the
That's
40-foot tall leg lamp.
So cool.
Please take a picture when you get down
Yeah,
there.
right.
Ricky.
Send it to
And
us.
you too, Dana. You can take a picture if you get around it any other time, and please post it on our page. We would really, really love that.
Definitely. So all I did was grabbed a little bit of that original brown, and I'm just kind of brushing that in and blending. So you have a couple little dark spots in there. Rascal, what is happening, bud?
I don't know.
All right.
Leanne Patlin says, funny fact, my mom hates this movie. So every year I give her something associated with it.
Oh my
A t-shirt, a magnet. I even wore the bunny costume at a Christmas pajama party one year. She
That's
said, I'm
great.
painting this to give this to her for her Christmas gift.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. That's so
Okay.
great. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so I'm just gonna, once I have a couple of streaks of that darker color, I'm just gonna go back to that light brown and we'll just kind of keep going, okay?
Okay, you're going to still
So-
do diagonal.
Still keeping with the diagonal, so after every couple of inches that you do, then just come back, grab a little bit of that dark brown.
And when
add
you
a
get
few-
close to that lamp, you're getting close to that lamp with your
Yeah.
brush strokes. What do you do? Because
Okay.
you just.
I know, but I was in the middle of explaining something and you
Oh,
interrupted me.
I'm sorry. All right, I'll be quiet. Go right ahead.
So after a couple of inches, you're just gonna grab that darker brown, and then you'll kind of blend a couple of those little spots in. Yes. So as you come close to your sketch, you're just gonna line up those bristles and come right alongside of it. If you happen to go over it, it's okay.
Okay.
So after every couple of inches of this diagonal, just go back and grab a little bit of that darker brown to add a couple of brush strokes of brown in there.
One of our top fans, Heather Coates, says, I live about 10 minutes from the Christmas Story house.
That's so neat.
That is neat.
So is it like I don't even know, is it like is it someone's home? Or is it like a, museum type thing? Like a just kind of a showing sort of thing?
I don't know. You would think it's a museum type thing at this point because so many
Yeah,
millions
maybe.
of people love this movie. Ida Williams Runyon says, "Did you know that Ralphie from the Christmas Story is also one of the elves in the movie Elf?"
No, I did not.
Well, there you go. You got real fans here that really love this movie.
That's awesome. Well, Elf is the next one. I think we're really wanted to try and get Elf in there. I don't know if we'll get it or not, but Ralphie in his bunny suit is the next one that I'd really like to get up for you guys.
Before the year is out,
Yeah,
right?
that was my promise. That one and Stitch with the Santa hat.
Wow. Okay, Donna Otwell says, "I have pre-registered. Will I be able to go into this site again tomorrow?"
Yeah, you can come right back here to Facebook. The video will be posted right on Facebook for you, and you can just watch it from there.
Yeah, we'll post it as soon as we're finished with the live event.
Yep, exactly. So again, I got a couple of inches on there. I'm just going to grab a little bit of that brown and kind of blend that in a few areas. It's almost like you got some streaks of wood.
Okay.
And just keep going to your light brown back.
All right, Dana Blackwell says, "I will get a picture of the leg."
Yay!
Oh, see now, George Haybody says, "Can someone tell me where I can see that movie if I don't have cable?"
I'm trying to think.
Darcy Roberts says Hulu.
I was just gonna say I don't think I saw it on Netflix, but maybe Hulu. There
You
you
don't
go.
think it's on Netflix? You would
I
think
don't.
it is.
Well, it might be, but you probably have to buy it. Like certain things, they're making you buy.
Or maybe Prime. I'm sure you could buy it on Prime.
Yeah, but right now it's free on cable. But we certainly pay enough to have it for free on cable.
If you know any place where you can get it on DVD, you probably could find it somewhere. You probably could
gosh.
order it on DVD if you don't have cable.
I'm certain I have the DVDs. Now we're just too lazy to hook up the DVD player to use it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, somebody who doesn't have cable, that means they don't have internet access most likely because...
Oh, that's true.
Okay, so if they don't have internet access, then they would probably have to watch it on a tape or
That's true.
DVD or...
True.
Or maybe on your phone. But yeah, Hulu, that would be a cable thing, wouldn't it?
No, it's kind of, it's
Well, unless
still
you got
internet.
a computer without a cable.
I was gonna say it's still like internet access. You still have to have
Right.
internet to watch it, like Netflix. Just another one of those. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, wow. So Michelle Gibbs says, "My favorite movie ever is this, A Christmas Story."
Aww.
Okay, and yes, Ralphie is an elf. And I've been to the house, and I absolutely loved it there.
Oh, so cool.
And then Cousin Tara is on here, Tara Jo Potter.
Hey, Tara.
I'm going to have to come back and watch this one later. I love this pick. She said Netflix.
Netflix.
Another one, Catherine Cruz says Amazon Prime.
Okay. So
Felicia says Roku.
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 Okay, that's another one.
Oh, Catherine says try YouTube as well.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, there's so
true.
many people that love this movie. It's everywhere. Everybody makes it so that people can see it who've never seen it before.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Right, so now you're just still completing your background
Yeah, still
and
working
going
on
in a
that
diagonal
background.
fashion.
Make sure you grab those edges as you get to those sides. And again, after every couple of inches, just grab a little bit of that original brown. And then we'll just blend that in.
All right.
This is probably the part that takes the longest.
What, just doing the background?
Yeah, just our background. It's not super interesting, so there's not like a whole lot of little detail to talk about, but You can, if you want to tell them some upcoming events we could do while
Okay.
while we're working on this. It'll take a few
Not
more.
right yet, but we'll get
Okay.
there.
Sounds good.
I've got Megan and Penny with my son Bradley, 3 from Pasco, Washington.
Hi,
They're
guys.
first timers.
Aw, welcome.
Now Melissa Shine Barbarizes says there's an app called Just Watch that shows you what movies, TV shows are streaming for free or to rent and buy.
That's cool.
And
Wow.
cousin Tara says, I think the house is in Ohio. Can we say road trip?
Road trip.
Yep, and Michelle's
I love
replying
it.
to Tara saying, yes, it's in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
Jennifer Casey's on, says, hi, Jen, hi, Mark.
Hi. Yep, so we are just doing diagonals in the background. That's it. So every couple of inches, just give me a couple little swipes of that dark color. And we're blending in. As we get close, just kind of line up those bristles and come right along the side.
All right, so now we're beginning here. It's Thursday night, and
Yep.
we're beginning our weekend. Okay, because tomorrow we'll be back up, and we'll be doing Shitters Full on December 4th, 9 p.m. start time. That's from another iconic movie that people love to watch around Christmas time.
Yeah, it's always a toss-up for me. This one or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, see, that's another classic movie.
It's
I
one of
would
my
say that
favorites.
which one is more classic? This one, right? Christmas Story.
Yeah, I think this is more classic. I think, I mean, this one's been around longer, too. But I don't know. They're both good movies.
Yeah, there's both Christmas movies that people just love, and it's just it's just that time of the year. It
I
gets
think-
you in that mood.
Yeah, I think this one, you have an extra generation of people that, because this is like the 50s, 60s. I think the time frame.
Wow, yeah, they've been passing this movie down for a long time now, generation after generation
Yeah.
after generation. Wow, Melissa Van Lin says, we just got back from the house last weekend.
You did? Oh,
Wow.
that's so cool. Wow. So I'm assuming it's like, something you can go inside and see, I guess.
Yeah, that's got to be nice. It's got to be like a
That's
museum. then.
cool. Okay.
Oh, wow, hold up now. Michelle Johnson says, we've spent the night in the house.
No, you
The
could
owner,
do.
Brian, was in town, and we had lunch with him at the Rowley Inn.
Oh,
awesome.
that's so cool.
That really is cool.
What an awesome story.
That is an awesome story. Wow.
Wow.
Talk about making memories. That's a memory
Yeah.
right there.
Wow, that's awesome. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so now, I didn't finish the weekend now. Okay? Because tomorrow, December 4th, we're doing Cousin who?
Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie.
Yep, Cousin
All right,
Eddie.
that starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, and then Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a special day. Okay, we're doing towards the night before Christmas on Zoom.
That's right.
And that's going to be a special event because we got a special guest that's going to be reading towards the night before Christmas.
I talked to him earlier today.
He's ready to go?
He's getting ready. He's busy, but
Yeah,
he's
busy
ready.
now. It's a busy part of the season for him right now.
Yes, it is.
But he's still going to take the time out
Yep,
to read the story for our people when whoever joins us on Zoom on Saturday.
that's right.
That's why we got to do it at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, that's a special event. And that's how we're going to do our weekend this weekend. All right, then to pick up from where we left off after that, we'll be back on December 8th at 8 p.m. We're doing the Jolly Gnomes. I would say gnomes because it says Jolly Gnome, but we're going to be doing like
Couple.
variations of gnomes.
I'm going to try and do a couple.
That's good, okay. And then we expect you guys to do whatever type of variations
Well,
on
I'm
whatever.
going to say like one.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you can do as many as you want to.
right, but you could make your gnome whatever way you want.
Yep.
Because she's got a gnome with a Christmas present. She's got a gnome with a dreidel. She's got a gnome with Christmas lights. There's people say they're going to do Harry Potter gnomes. They're going to do all kinds of themed gnomes for that day.
That's right.
That'll be next week when we get started. We begin the week on a Tuesday. That's going to be December 8th at 8 p.m. And you can join us. If you can't join us, we'll post the video as soon as we're done with the live version.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a painting in that zone. Catherine Cruz says, is there a painting in that zone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna
be
paint.
doing a painting.
Twas the night before Christmas painting.
Yes. Twas the night before Christmas painting is right there.
Right
above the leg
lamp.
Okay, we're going to be doing that painting. And we're going to have a special guest going to come and join us for that evening. Well, that afternoon. And that's Aiden's leg lamp, by the way.
That's right. We're going to have you guys give us a thumbs up when you're done with your background.
Okay.
So throw some thumbs up to Mark when you're done with that.
And Liza Rachel says, thanks for this. Is it bad if we didn't put down the stencil?
No, I mean, you can definitely wing it. You can definitely freehand this.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's not super complicated, so it can be done. And this is just my sketched version of it. I mean, there's plenty out there, I'm sure. Looking at Aiden's leg lamp right now, like I'm going, oh, I guess maybe this could have been smaller, this could have been wider, but
my painting is not
going to look like my painting, and your painting is not going to look like my painting.
And okay, we got an anniversary tonight. Okay.
We got
Erin Schultz says it's our anniversary tonight. 4 years. Erin and Jeremy.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Yes, happy anniversary, Erin and Jeremy. Why do I keep trying to say Jamie? Oh, because Jamie's one of our top fans.
Oh. Thanks, Jamie. We love having top fans.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Yes, we do. Yes. Okay, and Laura says it's my brother's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes, Nikki Tamaka. Yes, a sketch for the lamp.
Yep.
You have to go to the website.
mimosasmasterpieces.com. There's a sign up for it.
Cousin Tara says, you know, your painting looks like it's electric sex glowing in the window.
That was one of the best lines.
It says that the leg lamp is big. It says Martin Malivois, who helped fabricate the lamp for the movie, used a plus-size woman's leg to cast the mold.
See? I needed a little bit bigger.
You can always make it bigger.
Yeah, you can make it wider.
You can always. You said I could have sworn you said you start out small and
You
if
can
you
always
do
get
something
bigger.
small, you can always make it bigger.
That's so true.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Carrie Hinsteckler says I can't paint along tonight, but we'll be
It's
painting
okay.
it this weekend.
There you
My
go.
daughter's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday.
And I have to make brownies for her class, and she shares her birthday with my mom.
Aw.
Says my daughter will be 7, and I can't say how old mom will be because I want to live.
Happy birthday, Mom, too. Aw. So cute.
Yeah, but we got
That's
a
adorable.
whole bunch of events coming up for the rest of this month.
We do.
All you people who are newcomers, you have to go to our page right here on Facebook, click on events, and it has a whole list of the things that are coming up. Then you got to go, if you're interested in doing those events, then you got to check out our website. You can order the supplies for those events. You can order kits for those events. And if some of those events have sketches, then you need to get those sketches for those events. You don't have to. You can draw it. You can think you can draw it yourself. That's fine. But a lot of things that we do, if they have sketches, it'll be on the website. All the information that you need
Yes.
to navigate through the website and to get ready for that event will be there for you.
You got it.
Oh, Terry Cole says, I'm painting the leg, but my mom is finishing up her Grinch painting.
Aw, that's okay.
Yes, that's awesome.
That's all right. The Grinches are so great. I'm gonna try to put together the slideshow from our penguins. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
on. That was a
Thanksgiving.
week ago today.
That was on Thanksgiving Day.
Yep. So I'm gonna try and put the penguin slideshow together tonight, late. Like usual, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. You'll see it posted.
Okay.
And then I know that I have a whole bunch of Grinch paintings to go through. There's hundreds of them that I have not picked up yet. But I'm learning to okay, do one, finish it, take it off of your phone. Because I have thousands and thousands of pictures saved for all these things.
All
I
right.
need to get rid of them and then come back to the next one.
This is awesome.
What you got next, babe?
I just wanted to read. The lamp was inspired by a soda advertisement.
Really?
Gene Shepard first got the idea for the leg lamp after seeing a knee-high soda advertisement featuring a pair of legs. Knee-High's signature image in their ads during the 30s and 40s was a pair of female legs.
Okay.
Shepard gave credit to Knee-High by writing that the Old Man's Crossword Contest was sponsored by an orange pop beverage company whose name was a play on words involving the lady's knee.
I remember the crossword puzzle.
I remember Knee-High. So it's telling my age,
Really?
but I remember
I was gonna just
Knee-High
say that.
sodas was great.
I was just gonna say that. You're sharing your age.
Knee-High sodas were great.
I think the first soda I remember was Tab.
Tab?
Yeah, that was the
I don't even
first
think
time.
they make that anymore.
I was the first one I remember
Wow.
hearing about. I think.
Well, I remember Knee-Highs.
I
I don't know if they still make Knee-High soda.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I remember when you could get soda for a quarter when I was a little kid. A quarter.
Only a quarter.
Yeah, now it's like $2 to get a small bottle of soda. It's ridiculous.
Serious.
All right, you got thumbs up.
Good?
Yeah,
All
you're
right. Okay, we're going to rinse and dry your flat brush, and we're going to move on to our medium round brush. So, medium round brush, we're going to rinse and dry.
All right.
So, our next step, let's create we'll create the color in the leg. Okay, so we're going to take a scoop of white. I really need a different white because this is gross.
What do you mean?
Sorry. I have white paint that's solid.
Oh,
And
you want me
it's
to get you some other way?
No, I just picked up the wrong bottle off of my tray.
Oh.
That's all. It's like spreading cream cheese on my canvas.
Oh, wow, that's pretty thick.
All right, so we take a nice scoop of our white. I'm going to take a little scoop of yellow and a tiny bit of pink, tiny bit of red, and then we'll mix. See where we're at here. So we want kind of a skin tone, a light peach color. Well, it's pretty light, so I'm going to darken it up a little bit with adding a little bit more red, a little bit more yellow. So we're just going to kind of mix until we have that skin tone. There we go.
All right.
And I'm going to rinse and dry to get all that paint build up off of my brush so we have a nice fine clean brush to put our paint on our canvas with.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just going to grab this color and we're going to paint in our leg. So we're going to fill this in.
Also, Kelly Jacobs says, yes, they still market those sodas, Knee-Highs.
Really?
Oh, I'll have to look for them. They were delicious. I used to love them.
They were delicious.
Yes. I mean, I used to love buying them. They came in little tall bottles. Okay, Kathy Lou, Milo Smith says, did accessory kits for the Christmas moose go out yet?
Yes. I don't have any pending orders.
All right, so that means you should be
Unless
expecting
it
one
came
coming in
in
the mail.
yesterday. But yes, everything is out.
And speaking of that Christmas moose, our Christmas moose is going to be on December 10th, which is a Thursday night. In fact, that's next Thursday night.
It is.
8 p.m. Eastern Start Time, we'll be doing the Christmas moose. And then that Saturday, December 12th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be doing the Polar Express. Those kits went out already too.
Yep, Polar Express. I still have kits for Polar Express.
You do? You
If
still
I
have
need it.
kids?
Yeah, Polar Express I do, but I didn't have Towards the Night Before Christmas is sold out. I didn't have. There's no more actually of the Moose kits left, so that's probably. So no orders could have come in yesterday for those. So.
Okay.
So anything I had has been shipped.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, as you're painting in, we're gonna come all the way from the top, right underneath that that shade, and come all the way down with that. If you want to make it a little bit wider back here, you can make it a little wider.
Yeah, you're gonna put some weight on that leg.
Yeah, because
Okay.
because my legs don't look like that. That's for sure.
Catherine Cruz says, "Where's your drink?" No
I'm just
drink
doing
tonight?
water tonight.
Oh.
I'm not feeling 100%, so I'm like, I better not.
You don't
like,
want to risk it by
No.
drinking some kind of liquor, huh?
I mean, maybe that would make me feel better, actually.
Yeah,
I'll
you
save
would
it for
think so.
tomorrow. I'll save it for tomorrow, for a Friday night.
All right, Friday night
How's
you're
that?
gonna have
Friday
a sip.
night I'll have a sip.
Okay.
I realized that I just realized I missed this little area under the heel with that light brown. So I'm just gonna rinse and dry, and I'll fill that little area in down there.
With a light brown.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Kayla Hilton says, hey y'all, all can't wait to do this a bit later.
No
Been
problem.
busy at work.
No problem.
That's right, it'll be no problem.
You do it whenever you have time. That's what's great about this. You don't have to be live with us. We love the interaction. We love when you come and pop in. But you do it on your time. You do it on your terms. It's okay.
That's right, there's no rules here. We just want you to have a good time. We want you to apply self-care to your life when the time is right for you.
Absolutely. Yep.
Now, I got a little message here from Brandon Fredericks.
Okay.
Okay, sorry for the long message.
It's okay.
My wife is Jen from Wisconsin and is painting now.
Awesome.
Her sister lives near the Christmas Story house.
Oh, cool.
Now, we went a few years ago. The gift shop has the lamps from real size to nightlight size, and even has pink bunny outfits in adult sizes, up to 4 times as large.
Oh, good. I
She
need
bought
one.
me a small leg lamp plug-in light back then, and that's why she's painting this one now. I'd like to shout out to my love. She had surgery recently and is stuck on the couch for months.
Aww.
So she started your painting videos.
Aww.
And she's doing great paintings.
That's
and she
awesome.
boasts about how great and welcoming you guys have been.
Aw, we love you guys.
Yes,
Thanks,
thank you so
Jen.
much for that message, Brandon. And you just saw it. She put it up again because I don't know if you got it in the picture.
So this will be one of our prizes, at least, is an ornament, a leg lamp ornament. It doesn't light up, at least I don't think, but it's an ornament.
Oh, it's an ornament for the tree.
It's an ornament for the tree.
Okay.
So we have that, and we'll see. So if we have enough donations tonight, we'll give away one of that size leg lamps.
What size?
One of the size, like 8-inch size leg lamps.
One of these?
Yep.
Okay, because I got it on the screen now.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Aiden's leg lamp right there, but you have another leg lamp?
No, I'll buy it.
One that size?
I'll buy it and I'll ship it to the winner.
Whoa, did you hear that, everybody? Okay. All right.
We have to get enough donations to do it, though.
All right, so she gets some donations, then she's going to buy a leg lamp and she's going to send it out. Because Aiden ain't giving up that one.
No, definitely not. No, definitely
not
not.
going to happen. That's one of his prized possessions.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, Aiden loves that leg lamp. It don't have to be Christmas. He likes it, period.
Yeah, it took me a while to get him to put it away last year.
That's
and
right.
he finally did put it away, and probably in like April. All right.
So somebody's saying they can't see the color on the leg, so I need to zoom in a little bit more.
Yeah, there you go. I was just going to say that. Because I'm going to give you some other color to put in here, too.
Okay.
So we started with kind of our like skin tone color in there. So we started with that skin tone color, that light pink peach color. And then I'm going to rinse and dry, and I'm going to make it a little bit of light yellow. So I'm going to take a little scoop of my yellow. Can actually do a big scoop of yellow and a little scoop of white because we're going to use this for something else.
A big scoop of yellow and a little scoop of white.
Yep. So I just want a light yellow color. So light yellow color. And while this is still wet, I do want to blend in some of this light yellow in there. So we're just going to use, I'd say right under where, right below where the back of the shade is falling.
Yeah.
Just under that area, you can start with this light yellow color. And I just sort of blended it into my skin tone. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's no set area. I'm just going to kind of give you where I'm putting mine. And because the inside of the leg, of course, lights up too. So we have to have some brightness in there too.
All right. I'm super close up on it.
Good. And then we'll do back here, like back of the knee area.
See, Michelle Johnson says, I keep my full size up all year round. And I decorate it every holiday.
That's so cool.
She says, my family hates me.
But you know, that's a great reason to hate you. I mean, come on.
Oh, wow. Mir Cal is in the house. It's Green Brook in the house.
Yay!
Thanks for this awesome opportunity.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for jumping on again.
Yes, thank you.
All right, I'm going to bring that brightness down, that light yellow. We'll do on the back of the calf. You could even do a little up here.
Diane Welch says, can you explain how you got the skin tone again?
Sure. So I start with a nice big scoop of white. Big scoop of white, and then I take a little bit of yellow and a little bit of red at a time. And I kind of just mix that together until you have that light peach or pink skin tone that you like.
Okay. And it can be whatever skin tone you like according to how much you add or how little you add.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So we're just going to kind of layer some colors in here, that's all. So once you have your skin tone fully on there, then you went in and added your light yellow spots in here in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to have you rinse and dry. We're going to add a tiny bit of red. Tiny bit of red on that brush. Not a lot, because we have to blend it in. So down in the calf area, I'm just going to take that red. We're going to turn it pink. It's just going to be a darker pink. I'm just going to blend. So we're blending up into that calf area. Right over the yellow area. So we're going to make some orange in there.
Yeah, so the leg lamp from A Christmas Story.
That's
One of the
it.
most iconic and recognizable movie props of all time.
Definitely.
That's it.
I don't think you could go somewhere and see this and not, like, I don't know if anybody would know not what this is from. Like, you know?
Right. When people see that, they think of Christmas Story.
Yeah.
That's just it.
So I'm just taking a little tiny bit of red at a time and blending into my pink and yellow. So I came right up the calf and right up through the knee area, and we just blended that in.
Wow. Okay, so it says the design of the leg lamp for A Christmas Story is the work of production designer Reuben Freed. Unsure of exactly what a leg lamp was or should look like, Freed presented a couple of sketches to Shepard, who said, yep, that's it. And Freed then produced 3 leg lamps for the movie and went through several shade styles before settling on the large golden bell shade with the black frame seen in the movie. None of the 3 original leg lamps survived the production of the movie. All 3 props were broken on the set during filming. If you look closely during the scene in which Ralphie's mom breaks the leg lamp, you will notice that the leg lamp is broken in 2 different manners. One vertically on the length of the leg, and the other one into chunks. Wow.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. And they just keep saying, you'll shoot your eye out.
And it's so funny because when he does get the BB gun finally, and he's aiming at the, he's trying to like do target practice outside. What does he do? He puts it against something metal, and it bounces and hits him almost in the flipping eye. And that's all he can think of is, you'll shoot your eye out.
That's a classic
That's
movie.
so funny. All right, I'm just going to grab, see, I still have the same brush. I haven't rinsed and dried. I'm just going to grab a touch of white now. So a touch of white, and then up in this yellow area where we were up with our pink, I'm just going to grab that white and go right over that area too. So we're just brightening up that side of our leg lamp.
So now you said the little one that you have, the little leg lamp that you have, that's an ornament, right?
Yep.
Okay, because Brandon is saying, you know, the little nightlight that he got.
Mm-hmm.
He says the one that she bought me is plugged in every night. Only thing I recommend is to buy a replacement LED bulb, 4-pack at Walmart for $2.
There you go.
She said because the one that comes with it is dim for my eyes. It gets hot and it didn't last long. She said he said the new LED bulb is still a soft light but lasts 13 years. It doesn't get warm or hot like regular bulbs.
Really? Good to know.
Right, so you can change the bulbs in these little night lights.
In night lights, yeah. That's cool. All right, so we're pretty much done with our leg. After we have you have your skin tone on there. We have some brightness of yellow in there. We added a little bit more pink to it, and we add a little bit of brightness with some white. So the next thing we're going to do is you'll rinse and dry, and then let's go to this light yellow that's on the inside of the shade. So the same light yellow that we used for our leg, I'm just going to grab that on that medium round brush still, and we'll come in these areas and fill those in. So right on the inside, underneath the shade, is that light yellow. Easy peasy. You're still
looking for
trivia. Trivia facts.
Okay, so now I went over the Christmas moves and I went over the Polar Express.
Yep.
All right, so then let's go on to the following week after the Polar Express.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to be starting on Tuesday, December 15th, 8 p.m. We're doing Peanuts, Paint It Forward on Zoom.
Yes.
So that's Snoopy and Woodstock.
Snoopy and Woodstock. So this is our Paint It Forward Peanuts painting. Right? Paint It Forward Peanuts painting. So what we're going to do is have you guys determine where the funds go for this. So it is a $5 join for the Zoom. When you send in your $5, when you put your order in on the website, we ask you in the comments to name the charity or organization that you would like the money to go to.
Okay.
During the live event, at the very end when we're done, we are going to spin a wheel that will have the names of all of the organizations that you guys have given us on that wheel. So if you put in for 4 Zoom donations or 4 events, 4 times 5, $20, we'll put your organization on there 4 times. So you can buy extra spots for your organization. So they are just donations, and all of the funds will go to that one organization that we pick for that night.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
So now that's going to be on December 15th. That's Tuesday night,
Yes.
8 p.m. Eastern Time on Zoom.
Yes.
And then that following Thursday, we have a double header, huh? We got December 17th at 4 p.m. We're doing the alpacas and the sloths.
Yep.
That's also on Zoom.
This is also on Zoom. We'll be Zooming with the alpaca farm again.
With
Apple Hill.
okay. And that's Bop, Boop, and Buzz that'll be sitting on that alpaca. We're gonna
Tosh.
paint that.
Yep.
Right, that's gonna be December 17th at 4 o'clock. But
Yes.
then that night at 9 p.m. you got Ralphie.
I will have Ralphie painted in his pink bunny pajama suit for you all. I will have that done for that night as well.
So we'll be revisiting the Christmas story.
We'll be
by doing
revisiting the
Ralphie.
Christmas story.
So we're gonna have Ralphie night.
Yep.
On December 17th at 9 p.m.
You
Eastern
got it.
time.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have that up in the event soon.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna have that up in the event soon. So everybody look for it. And if there's a sketch to it, then make sure that you get your sketch.
There will be.
Before we get to that date.
Yes,
And that
please.
date is gonna be December 17th at 9 p.m.
Yep. It'll be a late one.
All right.
Okay. All right. We're going to keep going. So I'm just going to grab that light yellow. I'm going to keep going with the light yellow. So where our lamp shade kind of starts to curve down here, we're going to start moving that light yellow right across there.
All right, I'm getting closer.
So I'm just doing brush strokes down. This is the brightest part of our lamp right here. Could be about an inch and a half wide because we're going to add to it anyway. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, Diane Wilson. I can't see the yellow, but I think she can see it now because I've got it.
Okay, hopefully.
superimposed on the screen.
So yeah, so my yellow is about this wide, right across that band on the lamp.
Okay.
Hopefully that helps. And then I'm gonna mix. We're gonna mix some orange. So I'm gonna take a scoop of my yellow and a little bit of red at a time. So about a quarter of the amount of red to my yellow. Let's see where we're at with that color.
Yeah, it's hard to see because the lights are so bright over her head and right over the canvas.
Sorry.
And Kerry Simmons says, I'm going to have to watch this later. I just got home from Christmas on the Square.
No
It's
problem.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll be posting the video as soon as we're done here. You can watch it later. You can do it later. It's fine.
You got it. So after we have our light yellow right across there, I just made an orange to start. So orange, it's a nice big scoop of my yellow, a little scoop of red, mixed for orange.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna start working around the edges of our lamp. So I'm gonna come right along top edge.
I'm going to zoom in real close.
Okay.
Just the top of the lamp.
And we're gonna start with that, and then you can start pulling that orange down towards your yellow.
Okay.
Right down the edge, right down the edges.
And while you're doing that,
Mhm.
the last thing I mentioned was that we were going to be doing Ralphie, that you'll have that event put up in our event section soon.
Yep.
And that's going to be December 17th at 9 p.m. on a Thursday night.
Yes.
And then that weekend, Saturday, we're going to be revisiting The Nightmare Before Christmas. And that means that on December 19th at 3 p.m. we're going to be doing Sally. And then that evening at 9 p.m. we'll be doing Jack. So we'll be doing both of those characters from The Nightmare Before Christmas on that Saturday, December 19th.
You got it. So I just pulled that orange right down into my yellow. And then we're going to come right around the bottom edge of the lampshade, around the back bottom.
Now Catherine is asking, will we be outlining everything in black?
I do, but if you're worried about doing that with your
With your paintbrush?
paint, then you can always go back with a black Sharpie when it's all dry.
Okay.
Okay? So it looks like I probably used maybe red or brown to do my lamp shade except for the bottom. And then the rest of it is in the black. So with that orange, I just come around that bottom edge to start. And then I'll just come around the front edge. So we're starting kind of a layer of our color here. layer of orange up there. Don't worry if it's not super perfect, because we're gonna go over that with a little bit of that black, and we're gonna add our fringe. So don't stress, no stressing. And then just like we pulled this orange down, we're gonna follow the curve of our lampshade and pull that orange up. So following the curves of the lampshade, we're pulling that up into the yellow.
Yeah, so everybody who loves A Christmas Story, they remember the bullies. They remember Scott Farkas and Grover Dill.
There you go.
Grover Dill was on here earlier with us,
Yes.
Yano Anaya, and he said hi to everybody, and I asked him to show him some love, because when we first got started, he was in the chat section, and he was just peeping in to see how everybody was doing, let everybody know he was here. We want to appreciate everybody giving him some love.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, this movie is so iconic. People know everything about it. They know all of the actors that were in it, all of the people, all of the characters that were played in it. Right, Cynthia Poole Holcomb says, please slow down.
Oh, okay.
We
No
want
problem.
to do it with you, but now we are way behind.
Okay.
And can't catch up. She says, this is my first time and now I'm disappointed. There's no need to be disappointed. We do these all the time. And when
No
we do them,
problem.
we post a video as soon as we're done. And the video stays up until it goes onto our YouTube page. I could be mistaken, but I think you can pause the video and you can rewind the video.
Uh-huh.
So there's no need to be panicked if you're not catching up. It's okay.
We'll give everyone a few minutes, though. Let's give everyone a few minutes.
Right, you can either rewind it or you can pause it. It's
Yeah.
okay, Cynthia. It's all right.
You can, let's give everyone a few minutes to catch up to this point. So we added our yellow in the center of our lamp. We added the yellow down here. And then we just mixed some orange.
Right now I just have it superimposed on
Good.
the top part of the
That's fine, the shade.
I'm gonna back out a little bit.
Okay.
But Cynthia, I just wanted to give her a heads up. Okay, we try not to move too fast, but we are on the time limit. Okay, Rascal is here. He's right now laying down on the floor, right by Jennifer's feet, like he always does for every one of our events. But he has us on the clock. Okay, once we get to the 2-hour point, then he starts to make objections to our still trying to finish up the paintings. So that's basically why we move at the pace that we move.
Nah, we're fine. We're fine. We just don't want to. We don't want to leave everybody behind, but we don't want to move ahead too fast.
Well, we understand that there's plenty of different skill sets here.
That's right.
Okay, so we definitely make it easy for everybody to paint, and we don't have any rules.
No rules. So, while you guys are catching up, I will chat for a few minutes about what we have coming up in January.
Yes, in January we have a new series coming up. And Jennifer's going to elaborate on that.
So, we have a Zoom with the Zoo series. So, we start on January 10th, which is when we'll paint penguins with the penguins at the zoo. So we'll be filming live at the Lehigh Valley Zoo with the penguins. We'll Zoom with you, so you can paint with us on Zoom while we paint the penguins. That is January 10th. The next one is a rainbow boa, which will not be, we won't be in person for that one. We'll just be doing it through Zoom, so we'll still Zoom with the zoo. So it'll be this one.
If you want to be in person for that one, we can now.
No, they don't have the room for it that time.
Oh.
That's why I did that.
Oh, okay. I thought you just didn't want to be by the snake.
No.
I told you I'd hold the snake for you if you wanted.
The third one that we'll have, which we will be in person for, is on Valentine's Day, February 14th. We'll be painting with the sloth finally.
Yes.
In person, we will be. We'll be Zooming with you. And then the last one is February 28th. We'll be doing the barred owl, and we'll be with owls at the zoo.
Say that date again.
February 28th.
Because Catherine says, my autistic son is obsessed with owls. Any upcoming events with owls?
There
And
you
just
go.
Said it right at the moment she put that in the chat.
Yes, owls. So the Zoom will, at the zoo, we'll have multiple owls. We'll just be painting that barred owl.
Okay.
So the great thing about these, aside from that they are Zoom, is that anybody that's local or within our, tri-state area, you could win the opportunity to come with us and be our VIP guest for the day.
Yes.
So anybody that purchases kits for either of the events, your name will automatically go in for the event. So that will spin before, a couple weeks before we attend live, so that we can make plans.
Okay.
Not only do you get to come with us and you'll be at the zoo in person with the animals with us, you'll have your own, a whole nother kit will be there for you so you can leave your stuff at home.
Yes.
We'll have some Q&A, we'll have some meet and greet, maybe we'll do dinner. So we'll make a whole day of it. But
And we'll have you sign a release form so that you can be in the
That
video
too.
as we do the painting. You'll be
That
right
too.
there with Jennifer painting along with her.
yes, so we're so excited. So not only will you come, you get to bring a guest to go with you too.
That would be so awesome.
So yes, we're looking forward to setting all of those up, and if all goes well, and things maybe slightly go back to normal, where we can be in person with people.
Yes. That's how
we'll-
we got our start.
Yeah, that's what we used to do. We hope to plan events at the zoo to paint in person at the zoo with everybody. But we'll probably still plan it and Zoom it or whatever, live stream it so that those of you that aren't local can also do it.
Yeah, that would be really nice. We know a lot of people would like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to be up close with some animals and have some physical inspiration from seeing an animal right in front of me, because seeing it in a photo is so much different than seeing it in life. Same as the leg lamp. Looking at the physical, actual leg lamp versus just a photo of what the leg lamp is so different. So,
And I'm still in negotiation with the zoo so that they can have the sloth paint with Jennifer. Because that's what I would like to see. I would like to see the sloth painting right alongside Jennifer.
oh my.
That would be so much better if I could get them to do that for us.
I love
Now,
it.
Wendy Dolan says,
Hi, Wendy.
how did you make the orange so wispy looking when you get closer to the yellow band? And I'm going to zoom in for her again.
Yeah. So I just kind of pull that up instead of like keeping the pressure on it. I just kind of pulled it up into my yellow. But I'm going to grab more yellow and we're going to kind of go back and forth anyway.
Okay.
So don't stress about the brush strokes too. Don't
Right.
worry.
What she says, trust the process.
Trust the process. Yes, trust the process. We're layering colors right now, so we're layering. So trust the process with me for a minute. Why don't you guys give Mark some thumbs up so we can kind of get an idea if we have a whole lot of you that are ready. And if not, we'll wait another few minutes.
Okay, well, Trisha Hippensteel says, my leg looks like a busted can of biscuits. I doubt that. Trust the process,
So
Trisha.
my legs look like.
Trust the process. Take a deep breath. Because most people, if they don't, they don't trust the process and they don't really believe that they're doing it right until it's done. And then they go, oh, okay. I was a little worried there, but I didn't know.
Is it just because you feel like it's not the right shape? Or is it because you feel like your brush strokes are not real smooth and so it looks like it's kind of lumpy because of the coloring?
Yeah, because I
we
can't
can fix-
picture a busted can of biscuits.
I can. But we can always sort of like try and smooth that out if that's what you feel like is the problem. So that's part of why I like to give you guys sketches for things that are more well known. Something like, a character or something iconic. I like to give you sketches for the reason that I don't want you to be disappointed in what you've done.
Right.
We know that everybody has different skill levels. We're here to make you have a good time. We're here to make you smile and laugh. And we want you to be confident and proud of what you've done. So, yes, while we have plenty of other paintings that don't have sketches, that are landscapes or that are, I don't know, like abstract kind of things, certain things like a leg lamp or like we did the Grinch or Max and Cindy Lou, those things I like to give you sketches for because I feel like it's a little bit of a safety net. Maybe to, we only do have so much time, so for me to explain all the little details to you for an entire, thing, we may hit 3 hours, and that's a long time to keep someone sitting.
Yeah.
So, so that's why I like to do that for you guys.
All right, now Cynthia's coming back at us saying, well, my son are lost now. So we're giving up, but my son's father is still going strong.
Okay.
It's okay if you take your time and you step back away from the painting, okay? But I still would encourage you to just take your time and go at your own pace. Some people have to slow it down. Some people have to stop the video.
Yeah, that's
okay. And just take your time. Start back from the beginning.
Okay.
There's no mistakes in painting.
That's right.
If something doesn't look right, you can either wait for it to dry and correct it.
Yeah.
Or you correct it as you go along.
We have some people that like to wait for the videos to be completed because then they can pause it and they can do it at their pace.
Right.
So if you have to wait for that to happen, that's okay.
That's why we post the video.
And that's why some people you'll see pop on and say, hey, how are you doing? We're going to paint it later. And that's perfectly fine, okay? We just want it to be a non-stress thing for you. So
right, if you feel stressed, then you're doing the right thing by saying, okay, well, we lost.
Step away.
We're going to stop right now. and
that's right.
Father's doing great, so let him continue on and do his thing.
All right. So do we have a lot of thumbs up?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to grab that medium round brush. I'm just going to grab some yellow this time. Just my straight yellow. And I'm going to go back over and do those wispy lines as someone so mentioned. Right back over that light yellow where we were. Up into my orange. We have to sort of work a little quicker sometimes because that's how we have to blend our colors.
Right.
So this is not going to blend exactly how we hoped, but that's okay. So we're just going to kind of go back and forth over that yellow like we were. I may have to go back over my orange now.
Okay, I'm super, it's really nice and big on the screen now, just the top part where you're painting.
All right, so I'm kind of going right back over that yellow that I did. And I am going to go back to the orange again because I'm not blending now. So I'm bringing that orange right up from the bottom, up into my yellow that I just put on there. So sorry for repeating this, but
it's okay. It's good to repeat.
Yeah, but that's what sometimes we do have to move at a certain pace in order to
blend the colors.
Have our colors blend. So that's all, but that's all right. All right, gonna bring this down again into my yellow.
Yeah, see now Trisha Hippensteel says again, not gonna lie, I didn't do the sketch, so I freehanded it.
That's okay.
And my husband Dan and I waiting on the outline so I can go back and fix it.
Okay.
And that's what you do, yeah.
That's fine. So I'm gonna just lightly brush over the whole thing, right over the yellow, right over the orange. So it's sort of blending those edges a bit.
Okay, now everyone, Grover Dill, Yano Anaya, is saying good night, everyone, and Merry Christmas from Grover Dill.
Good night.
And the A Christmas Story family.
Thank
you. So
he's
been watching all of this time while you guys have been painting. And we want to thank him again tonight for just joining us and sitting in with us and watching what everybody's doing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Definitely a delight for him to join us tonight. Grover Dill, get ready to leave, everybody, so give him some love. Yeah, see, this is awesome.
That is so cool. Alright, so after I kind of blended my orange and my yellow, same brush, I'm not even going to rinse and dry. Maybe I will. Rinse and dry.
You're gonna rinse and dry?
Rinse and dry. And I'm just going to have you grab white now. So white, we're going to go right back over that center area with the yellow.
Over the entire yellow area?
Yep, so we're just kind of lightening, brightening that up. So we have like streaks of white in there.
Yeah, Michelle Johnson says, mine looks like candy corn.
Kind of. I mean, those are the colors.
She says, I believe in Jennifer.
Believe in me. Believe in me. Trust in me. Trust in the process.
Megan Bell says, myself and Penny are keeping up and loving Mark's personality.
Aww.
Bradley finished his. Bradley's 3.
Good job, Bradley.
Bradley finished his. All right.
Awesome. You guys are too cute.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
See, now one of our top fans, Laura Sullivan, says, I'm doing a Baby Yoda instead. But this is good for seeing how to do a lamp.
Okay, there you go.
Oh wait, Colette Decker says, what did I miss? What did I just miss? I was kicked out and I couldn't find the video.
Uh-oh, nothing
You
yet.
didn't miss anything.
The last thing I did was once you have your orange and yellow on there, I just grabbed the white and I just went over some of that yellow with the white so that it has some brightness in there. That's like where the brightest part of the light is showing. That's it.
Yes. Thank you guys for saying good night to Yano Anaya,
Thank you.
Grover Dill. Show him some love. He came on for us because he found out that we were doing the leg lamp tonight with you guys. And said, yeah, is it all right if I come in and say hi to everybody? We said, of course.
Yeah.
I wish
so
we were
cool.
on Zoom.
Yeah, gee, maybe we'll have to make Ralphie. Maybe I'll message them and I'll see if they want to
Oh man, if we were on Zoom.
join us on Zoom for next time. That would be cool.
Yeah, if we
Okay.
would have been on Zoom, it would have been awesome. They would have been talking to him all night long while we painted.
Maybe we can have them ask it her. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Yano. Thank you.
So we're gonna rinse and dry after we got some white on there. And now I'm just gonna go to a little bit of red. So a tiny bit of red on that brush. And I'm just gonna start to sort of outline light brush strokes with that red.
All right. I'm just zooming a little bit.
I'm gonna come right down the edges and then I'm gonna come down those little the seams of the shade.
This is awesome.
So I'm just using that real light touch of red right down the seams of the shade.
So that's a little bit of an outline, isn't it?
Yep, it is. And if you guys want to make it darker later, we can always add some more to it. Because I think I have brown in there. That was the next color.
Okay.
Come right down those edges.
But as Jennifer was saying earlier, we're looking forward to our new series, Zoom with the Zoo.
Yes, we are.
Because it's going to be a little different. And we're still trying to think of and plan even more new innovative things for us to do with you guys while we're painting, doing some virtual painting sessions with you. We want to try to present and produce something different, that you can engage with us in and that you can have so much fun doing that creates a memory that you never forget. So you sit there and say, I got this painting here and I painted it on a day when Jennifer and Mark were doing this or doing that, and it was just amazing that we were doing it that way.
Exactly. See, I'm a party planner by nature. This is my thing. So
It is.
So every time I plan, like when I wanted to do all these in-person things, I have everything planned to the littlest detail of wrapping my silverware with whatever.
Yes.
You know? So,
That's
so I like to create an entire package, an entire experience. That's why the Polar Express painting that we're doing in 2 weeks has, your kit comes with the cookies and the cocoa and the bell and the ornament and the Believe ticket, like it comes, we're trying to put together a whole like interactive experience and
Yes.
a memory. So that's what I'm about.
An experience.
An experience. So just again, those light brush strokes of that red right over all those little lines.
And I can attest to all of these things she's saying because I would be the one carrying all the equipment,
Oh sure.
all of the stuff.
These-
We would go places and set up tables and easels and canvas and paint, and then people would come in and be like, "Wow, we're gonna paint? Yeah, you're gonna paint." If we would be live, we'd have 75 people, we'd have 25 people, we'd have tables with everything set up in a big auditorium somewhere, and people that come in not knowing exactly what they're going to be doing, and then they realize we're going to be painting, okay, and by the end of it, all you see is smiles all over the room.
Yeah, we did a surprise birthday party, surprise painting party over the summer, right? Outside.
Yeah, that was great because when we were thinking that we weren't going to be able to do anything live,
That was a good one.
after she had the whole year booked and then had to close the whole thing down because of the pandemic, and then things started to calm down a little bit, and then we got a request to do a live, and we said, sure, we'll do it. And we'll do the social distancing, the mask, everything,
Yeah.
you name it, wear gloves.
We did.
And we did all of that, and everybody had a great time.
That was good. All right. Guys, give us some thumbs up so we know you're ready for the next part. And then I'll move on. We're going to switch brushes after that.
We're going to switch brushes?
We're going to switch to the tinier brush.
Okay.
Because we're going to start down here. We have work to do. And then we'll come back up to do some more outlines.
Well, I'm going to zoom in because you're getting thumbs up.
Awesome.
There's people ready to go.
Okay.
Hold on, let me make sure I get close up on this.
I'm going to work down here at the bottom.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to do the little platform or the little piece of wood down here. So depending on your brown, you can use your original brown, or you can mix it with a little bit of black to make it a darker brown. It's totally up to
zoom
you.
in real close.
Okay. So we're going to rinse and dry that tiny brush. I'm just going to use my original brown, and we're going to fill that. We're going to fill in that little piece of wood down here under the foot, under the shoe.
And what brush are you using again?
I'm
The
using
little
that
tiny one?
tiny little brush now.
Okay. Yeah, Yano was lucky we were not on Zoom, boy. If he was on Zoom, they would be swarming on him right now, asking him a lot of questions.
It's funny. I think it was last year.
Uh-oh.
What
We
happened?
just lost our feed. What happened?
No way.
Well, it says we are having trouble playing this video.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Ruh-roh.
What happened?
I don't know. There's nothing there. It still says that it's live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I want my picture back, that's for sure. Check and see if we're still on.
I'm checking.
Because it's showing that we're still on. See, we still got... Okay, people are saying it's still here, so I don't know what's going on, so let's just keep going.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening with Facebook.
Well, here you can. Maybe it's on mine that you can.
Yeah, people are saying no troubles, so you go ahead and keep painting.
Okay. All right. I'm coming. So we're just. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it from here. That's
So I
great.
figured just
Thank
in
you.
case. Okay. So we're just gonna continue painting that.
Thank
Maybe
God.
Maybe it's my computer.
Yeah, it's time to get a new computer.
It's coming, it's coming. I ordered it. I ordered my Christmas present. Okay, so we're just finishing up that brown around that little area.
Okay.
And if you want to make the bottom part a little bit of a different color than the top part, maybe I'll make that a little bit darker. It could be darker or lighter, it doesn't really
All right.
matter. I'll just change the color of that a little bit so it's easier to see that it's a flat.
I hope this doesn't interrupt our video.
Well, if it's showing, then it should be fine.
This is the same thing like what happened when I lost all of the comments.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, let's just hope it is a computer thing and it's not a Facebook thing.
Rascal. Stop chewing your feet.
So, Catherine Wells Dodge says, the staff at the Women's Center Housing just told me about this.
Wow.
She said, this is so cool.
Well, you can come right back and watch it when we're done.
Yes, we'll put the video up as soon as we're done. And you can visit our Facebook page where we have all our upcoming events.
Yep.
And you can visit our YouTube channel, Mimosa's Masterpieces, all one word.
That's right.
We got over 60 videos of paintings just like this one that we're doing. Every week we do videos like this.
Absolutely. Yep. So once you have your brown on there, you can rinse and dry, and then you can do your shoe. So I'm just gonna rinse and dry and go to black. I'm just gonna fill that shoe in with the black.
Okay. Yeah, so when it says, sorry, we're having trouble playing this video, that means Facebook is having trouble playing the video.
Or the camera itself, like, because it's the camera system, right? That's...
Because, well, I mean, you got it right here on your phone,
right.
which is a relief, you know, that people are still able to see it and they can still continue to paint because we weren't done. But it's like really tough to not monitor it here on Facebook.
What's going on, Rascal?
All right. Now I read all the upcoming events that we have coming up for this month, and then we went into the next month, which is January. How we're going to start the year off with a new series,
Yes.
Zoom with the Zoo,
Yep.
which we're looking forward to. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have some other things coming up.
Yeah, the other thing that we'll have is the Bob Ross tribute, which we don't have a date for yet, but we're gonna do a Bob Ross tribute painting.
All right. Do we know what we're going to paint for Bob Ross Day? Is this still going to be the painting that I picked?
Yes, dear.
Awesome. That's going to be a fun night when
Not
we
the
pick
one
that
with the
date.
snow, right? Not the one with the snow.
I don't.
This one. No, it is the one with the snow, but it's a different one.
Let me see. I'll
This
tell
one?
you. That looks like it. Let
Yeah,
me see the
because
other
this
one.
was the other one that I said.
Right, that's not it. It's that one.
This one. Okay. So this is the one that Mark wants to do for the Bob Ross tribute day.
Well, hold on now, because I got it zoomed in. I got to back out. And there's a delay on this, so I can't tell you whether you did it right or not. In fact, there we go.
Here it is. So Bob
Yeah,
Ross
you can
tribute
barely
day.
even see it because it's really big.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, they can see it. They see us. They see what I'm talking about.
okay.
So yeah, so we'll have a Bob Ross Day that hasn't been chosen yet,
That's right.
but we'll have that, and then eventually we're gonna have a live feed from our YouTube channel at some
Oh,
point.
that's right. So we
Definitely
need
gonna work
you
on
guys to pick what painting we're gonna do. Like, what should we paint right from YouTube? We're gonna live stream from YouTube one day.
Yes, and for that first event, we're gonna have you guys decide what it is that we'll be painting on that day.
Yes, love it.
That will be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're still going strong.
Good.
You got your shoe put on the foot.
Yep.
Awesome.
Got it. All right. Our next step is we're gonna stick with that tiny brush on the black. Let's work on outlining the edge, the rim of the lampshade. So it's the
Okay.
bottom edge. So we'll start with that first.
All right, so I made it go up. We'll see how far I made it go up in 10 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
I'll make sure I got it zoomed in so they can see you through this outline. There we go. I did a pretty good job. I have to go by feel.
Okay. Right. So use that pencil grip, pinky stabilize.
Pencil grip, pinky stabilize.
That's it. Holding my brush like a pencil. Use your pinky to rest it on your canvas so you have stability over where your brush strokes are going.
Yes, I've got it zoomed in so they can see it pretty good.
And then we're going to start your fringe. We're just going to start lightly pulling that down. So little light brush strokes pull right from your black line. And I have them, they're about a half an inch wide. You can make them longer if you want to.
All right.
After every couple, I'd say go back and grab a little bit more paint. So,
Yeah, you move your hand when you do a little bit at a time so they can see it. I'm trying to zoom in without zooming in too far.
it's all right. And then yes, when you get up here, you're gonna end up going right over. So you're pulling this right down over that lampshade. Over
Yeah,
the
I
front of
zoomed
that.
in pretty good. Right, so you're going all the way around.
Yep. All the way around, right down in front.
Yeah, so if I want to dress like Bob Ross on that day,
Yeah.
well, you're going to have to get me a Bob Ross wig.
Or can you grow it for that long?
No, my hair's not going to grow that long in that short a time. So it's going to have to be a wig.
Okay, you got it.
I don't know where you're going to find one, but you can probably
Oh,
find one
don't I was
somewhere.
gonna say, don't you worry, we'll be able to find one.
And then I've got to start watching some of those episodes again so I can start practicing his voice.
You can just sing that song that I like that whoever made that thing remixed.
Oh yeah, you got to give me that too so I can start learning how to sing that song.
I believe, every day's a good day when you paint.
Yeah, so we'll get I'll get the voice down and I'll put the clothes on and dress like him, and then I'll just cheer you on as you paint that day. And I'll be like, good job, Jennifer. Now let's do these strokes just right. Even though I would prefer to use oil paintings,
Yeah,
but
oil.
you use acrylics, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
I don't have
Yeah.
the patience.
I gotta
for
work
oil.
on that voice.
I don't have the patience for it.
Yes, you do. You have the patience, Jennifer.
Yeah.
We're gonna make some happy little mountains right here. This Mark picked a really good picture, a really good painting for you to do. We're gonna put some frosty snow right on the edge of your trees.
That's right.
Well, Catherine Wells Drodge says, where are you located?
We're in New Jersey.
In a little town called
Southbound
Southbound Brook, where we live right down the street from our mayor. So we love our mayor.
Yeah, we do.
She comes right to our house anytime she wants. She can come in our house anytime she wants. We love her.
She does. She's like Aiden's best friend, so. Oh. Was I talking about the mayor? I know, she's your best friend too. Yes, and she brings your buddy Finn over to visit you, doesn't she?
No, Rascal's saying, it's almost that time. This is, I've been at your feet all of this time, and the clock is almost up, Mom.
We're gonna give everyone a minute for their fringe. Relax. We're
See,
almost
Catherine
there.
says, Mark, has anyone told you that you sound like Ice-T?
I haven't heard that one yet.
No, I don't sound like Ice-T. I don't. I'm an Ice-T fan since day one. When
Really?
Ice-T first came out with 6 in the morning.
Oh.
Okay? He was a rapper. I would know if I sounded like Ice-T.
Mark just likes to do a DJ. He's got the DJ voice. He's got a
You think I got
radio
DJ
voice.
Really?
Alright, I'm going to keep going with my black. So I'm going to rinse and dry to get it back to a point. And let's do the top of that knee high or the garter or whatever. That little curve right along the top of the leg. And we'll fill that in with the black.
Oh, see, Catherine says, I am. Oh my God, I was way northeast, Newfoundland, in Labrador, Canada. I am.
Okay.
When she said, where are you located?
Yeah.
We're in a little town called Southbound
Brook,
Brook.
New Jersey.
Right. Right, see, okay. Because Catherine's saying, yeah, you sound just like him. She says she loves him in SVU.
Oh.
Because he's in Law and Order.
Yes.
I'm an actor, but I've never had anybody tell me that I sounded like Ice-T. She said she would know.
Oh.
Okay.
I know how we get with our actors. I know.
I know my actors. I'm an actor myself, so it's like, wow.
I'm a Nathan Fillion fan, so I know that
Exactly.
I would know the voice. I know.
Right, but see, that's
I
what
get
I'm
it.
saying. Bob Ross, I got to work on that voice. I
Yeah.
can do Bob Ross' voice. I probably could do Ice-T's voice too if I practiced it enough.
All right, with that black, I'm going to make sure we kind of have the edge of the leg outlined up top, and then I'm going to come down and outline the bottom.
Okay, so now I got to go to the bottom.
Yep, we're going to start outlining.
Okay, let me back out. It's going to take a second.
Yeah, you can back out a little.
Well, I'm on like a 10-second delay to see
So
if I did it right.
I want you to make sure that your brush is dry, clean and dry. We're going to get back to a point. So a little tiny bit of paint on your brush at a time. So for those that are nervous about painting with the brush, with the black,
Yeah,
if you want to wait until you're dry completely
yeah.
and go over it with the black Sharpie,
That would be safer if you're
you
nervous
can
about
do
it.
that. So I'm going to show you. So my leg, this is dry, right? So if you want to use, this is a fine Sharpie, you can use something that's a little wider, but so if you want to use this instead and go over and do your lines with this, that's fine. You can do that. It'll stay. We're going to use the paintbrush. I'm going to use the paintbrush. Okay?
All right, Yuridia Espinoza.
Yes.
Don't worry. She said, I missed the beginning of the live event. Will you repost it? Yes,
Oh, yeah.
we will. Don't
Yep.
even worry.
Yep, it'll be posted shortly. We're almost there. All right, so I'm going to come down around the edge of my leg to start. Pencil grip, pinky stabilize, light brush strokes, light brush strokes. So nice thin lines. Light pressure, light brush strokes, a little bit of paint. So tiny bit of paint at a time.
Yeah, I can see it. It's not as close as I would like, but it's close.
Well, I'm just doing the
It's
outline
taking up the
here.
entire page, so. they can see you outlining it right now. Okay, Colette says under the frills,
Yes.
where the pantyhose line is.
Yes.
What color was that? I missed the set.
This is black.
That's black?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This is black. Up here, the leg part itself is the same, that pink skin tone up there. If that's what you're talking about. Uh-oh.
But Catherine is still on the iced tea thing. She's going, Jennifer, please watch a scene with iced tea and Law and Order,
Okay.
and then tell your husband to talk right after that, and then you let me know what you think.
Okay.
Okay, she's all right.
All right. I'm gonna rinse and dry. Keep rinsing and drying that brush. I say rinse, dry, twist. So when you rinse and you dry it, twist it on your paper towel to get it back to a little point. Okay. And then I'm gonna start with my with the X's or with our diagonal pattern for fishnet pattern.
Okay, now you said X's.
X's, fishnet pattern, whatever.
All right.
Okay, so you don't have to do the whole thing if you don't want to. If you just want to do kind of like the simulation of doing a couple and then going diagonal this way, you can do.
That's not bad because I have it close up. But let me just see if I can raise it up just a little bit and then.
So if you want to just kind of repeat this pattern in a couple areas, you can do it that way if you don't want to do the entire leg. But I'm going to go ahead and go through with the whole leg. It's just going to take some time.
All right, see, I made it go up. Oh, good. I came in a little closer and you can still see better. Okay. Not bad.
So diagonal one way, and then diagonal the opposite way. You just want to rinse and dry that brush often. Get that brush back to a little point.
An underage patient moving in with her shrink? That can't be right.
There's danger of transference, activating sexual fantasies, even in an office setting.
It's the middle of the day, they're both practically naked. She's banging it.
Well, that's a serious accusation.
It's the middle of the day. Yeah. Try it again.
Fortunately, Andrew's not the one making it.
Captain, he's a kid and she's kind of hot. Plus, she got him whacked out on drugs.
Keeping him just
Plus, she's got him whacked out on drugs. I don't think so.
I'm like, maybe a little. I'm sorry, I was getting caught up in what they were saying. That was probably not the best one.
I'm just trying to call Catherine out. And she's saying, "Oh, watch a scene with Ice-T, and then let your husband talk right after that. Let me know."
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
hear it. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
That's all. I just was teasing. That's all.
Uh-huh.
I could make my voice sound like that if I practice it, but definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. I've been listening to Ice-T for years. I would know if I sounded like him. Yeah. Yeah, she's got the emoji up laughing with the tears coming out.
Don't make me laugh and I can't paint.
Laura Sullivan says, I hear it. I hear
See?
it. Okay, all right. I'm going to stop.
I definitely maybe when you record your voice and you hear it back. It's so funny.
I hope so, because if I go for auditions, that's something that they always push actors towards, is law and order. You know, I'm one of those actors that says, no, I don't want to be on Law and Order, okay? But any actor that's an actor in New York has been on Law and Order. I think even
DK.
people that I know that are my friends,
I was just say, wasn't DK on?
DK, Ken, all of them has been on Law and Order. Okay, the guy when I did the monologue slam last year,
Yeah.
Robert Galinsky, he was on Law and Order. So yeah, everybody, that's a badge of honor is to be on Law and Order. If you're on Law and Order, you're heading somewhere.
All right, guys, I'm just rinsing and drying, keeping it at a point. I'm gonna keep going with my little
With your little
diagonals. My little fishnets.
Yeah, so Donna Otwell says, can you please send me the link to the sketch? My email is, okay.
You're going to have to message me to do that, because I'll never be able to find it later.
Right, in the comments
And I'll
section.
definitely forget by the time we're done with this.
Okay, I guess that she's having trouble with the website. Because, Donna, you have to go to the website, mimosasmasterpieces.com, all one word, and you'll see the event on the front page. And you just got to use the promo code self-care, all caps, and then you get the email. It'll send the email directly to your email. You got to put the email in, but
yeah, you have to put your email in,
send it
and
to
then
your
it'll
email.
automatically send it to you. Yep.
Right.
That is how it works. All right.
Yeah, it's more like 24 seasons.
A Law and Order?
Yeah, because they have so many different ones now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But that's why it's an institution for New York actors.
All right. Give me those thumbs up when you have your fishnets on there.
Yeah, you did all of the fishnet.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I can't believe I still do not have my video back on Facebook.
That's really weird.
Yes, it is. First time ever had. Oh, Donna says, how do I message you? On Facebook, right?
Yep, if you're on our Facebook page, you can just use that little messenger us button.
Uh-huh. And then you'll send her the link?
Yeah, I can do that.
I can't put it in the... let me just not do that, because the last time I did it, then I lost all of the comments and I wasn't able to see no comment.
Okay.
So I'll wait.
Or if somebody just wants to type
Yeah, can somebody type for
just
Donna?
I was going to say, just type in the website, mimosasmasterpieces.com
for her.
And then, or if anyone's really technically savvy, they can go right to the website, click on this
The link.
and then send her
the link.
or
so
just
she
put the
can go
link
to
in the comment.
website.
Yeah, it's the link to sign up is actually in the discussion of the event if you go out and come back in.
That's
so
right.
It's
If
in
you
there
go
too.
to
I
the
posted
event,
that yesterday.
Right. If you stay on the Facebook page and you go to the event section,
In
and
this
then you
event.
look for this event,
Yep.
and then you click on the word discussion,
Yep.
then you'll scroll down. Before you could even get anywhere halfway down the page, you're going to see the link.
Yep, in the discussion. It's in there. I posted it yesterday just as a reminder.
Yeah.
To sign up. So it's important to, if you are interested in doing stuff like this, to make sure that you have your notifications on so that you see when we do update something or post a new event or put something in the discussion. It's how you get your reminders for we're coming on, we're doing something new today.
Right.
We have to do another like meet and greet. We haven't done that in a couple of months
we need
now.
a meet and greet, and we got to do another demonstration video with you getting online.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
that time I lost the picture again. No, I had to do it from your shoulder,
Yeah.
and that didn't work out because I couldn't see what I was doing. And part of that video was too close up.
So we have our fishnets on there. We have just a couple more details left.
There you go, Donna.
Awesome.
Catherine,
Thank you,
Catherine
Catherine.
put it up. Yes.
There you go. So if you just go and add that to your cart, type in promo code self-care, all in capitals.
Yes.
And check out. It's just going to ask for your email address, and we'll send you
The sketch.
the download for the sketch, the supplies, everything that you need for this. It's all there.
Right, and then that's the other thing. Yes, you could do it all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or whenever.
That's right.
It'll be posted right here on this page as soon as we get done here, and then eventually it'll end up on our YouTube channel.
Yepper.
And that goes for anything that's on the YouTube channel. Anything that we have on the YouTube channel, That's also on the website. So if it requires a sketch,
Only I was gonna say only if it requires a sketch, it's up there. Other than that, it's not up there anymore.
right, but it'll tell you all of the things that you need when you go to the YouTube channel. You look in the description. It's going to say you need these kind of brushes. You're going to need this kind of a canvas, or you could use whatever you have. And if you want to get a kit or you want to get the supplies, it's going to tell you. You can go right to the website.
That's right.
Right, Danielle Brantley says this is my favoritist movie of all time.
Favoritist.
Yes, my favoritist. I understand that. I feel the same way about things when I say it's my favoritist.
No, you said most bestest.
My most
Or
bestest.
something. I don't know.
Most favoritist.
It's the bestest. It's the more better. No, you say more better. I'm
More
like, that's
better.
not a no.
More
That's
better.
not a nor. That's you can't say that.
It's more better.
Not proper English.
That's right. And I'm a stickler for English, but I like to use certain things. I'm a stickler for spelling in English.
All right, I think we. I don't know. Or, did you see some thumbs up? I don't want to move on too fast.
No, I don't see any thumbs up. I just see the picture.
All right, give us some thumbs up when you're ready.
Oh no, there's no thumbs here.
Oh, there's no thumbs on that. That's,
No.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
You just have to just wing it.
We're going to wing it. All right. If I need to slow down, just let me know. Here we go. Tiny brush, rinse and dry.
Yeah.
And we're going to grab white. So I want to come around the front edge of my heel.
Oh, I gotta go down. Hold on.
Oh.
There you go.
Can you just, I was
I
thinking.
went down. I could watch my camera, see my camera move. And then I'll get the 10-second delay and it'll tell me, yes, I moved down far enough. Go ahead.
Okay. So we want to do the front edge of that shoe with the white. You can come right along the back of that
Yep,
front part of the shoe.
yep, it's good. I got it zoomed in.
Very good. And then I'm going to come right up here with a little bit of a highlight.
Oh, so that's what happened to Donna.
What happened to Donna?
She says, thank you. I have bought my supplies.
Oh.
I had signed up but never got an email.
Oh.
I never done a painting ever.
Oh.
At 59, I know this is a surprise. I will try again, but I did keep getting the reminders.
Oh, good. That's okay. If you didn't get an email,
It's
yeah.
possible she got the email. She didn't check her spam.
It's, you know what? That's what we're hearing, that some of them are landing in spam. So sorry. But yes, if you want to message us afterwards,
Yes, please.
I will just email to you directly instead of having it automatically. Sometimes your emails will, if it's like an auto send thing, it'll automatically kick it into spam or junk or whatever.
Right, because that happens to me sometimes where I don't even look at my spam and I'm thinking, well, I never got the email.
Right.
So then I'm calling people on the phone and going, what happened? You know, where's the email?
That's
And they're going, well, I sent it. Send it again. And they're like, well, I did. And I'm going, well, where is it? And I forget that I have spam. Then I go into the spam folder and I'm going, oh
there they are.
it is right there.
There they
Wow.
are.
How did that happen?
All right, I'm going to just come right along the edge of the heel and come right down and even along the bottom of it. So we're almost like outlining in that white so you can see that it's a heel.
Yes.
And then I'm going to go ahead and almost outline this brown
That's good because I got it zoomed in real good.
right in the white as well. So it doesn't have to be the whole thing. I like to do kind of that broken line. So you have a little bit of white and then you kind of leave a little space and do another little bit of white.
I'm thinking maybe there's some kind of time limit on this computer where I just
No,
that's it.
doesn't.
We can't show it to you.
Doesn't make any sense. And then I'm just going to add a couple little brush strokes of white in there for like a little highlight around that edge.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's really crazy that the spam thing, you know. I have forgot, I mean, I never thought about spam for, I'd say for quite a long time. I just forgot something like that existed because I'm used to just going into my inbox and getting everything.
See, at work, on my computer at work, it has two. It has a spam and then it has a junk. No, it has a junk and it has a clutter. There's a chunk box and a clutter box.
Wow.
What they decide goes in what, I have no idea. And then there's stuff that doesn't get through to, at all, that, they just automatically delete. So I may never see something, but I have a customer who sends me stuff regularly, and I can change the rule on it, and it doesn't matter. Her stuff always ends up in my spam box or junk box all the
why that
time.
is. That's crazy.
I'm like, I'm really sorry.
See, even Donna's saying, "Oh wow, silly me. Let me check my spam." And she's gonna come back. She's gonna come back on here and say, "You know
That's
what?
where we were."
You were right there. I got everything
Well,
down."
hopefully that's what it is. Aw.
It's crazy. It's just like with my robo killer on my phone. Okay, I got people calling me up on the phone. They're like, "I've been trying to get in touch with you. And every time I call, I get this crazy thing that says Area 51." And I said, "Yeah, that's my robo killer." I said, "If you call me and there's no name on the phone and it says unknown name, guess what? It's going to robo killer. I'm not answering the phone if it doesn't have a name on it."
All right, I'm gonna move from down here. We're gonna come up and add some highlights to our shade. So I don't know if you have to move the camera or not.
You're gonna go there now?
I'm gonna come back up here, up into the
I gotta move the camera back up.
the rim of the shade.
Watch, watch.
Uh huh.
See that?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll see if I went up further in about 10 seconds.
You're funny. So I just rinse and dry, get it back to a point, and I'm gonna grab some white. So we'll do a little white highlight on the inside of that orange of the rim.
Oh, gotta go up 2 more.
Oop. Sorry.
Hold on. 1, 2. All right, try it now.
So a little here on the inside, and then we'll come right along the outside and on each of these little rectangle areas. We'll add a little bit of white on each one of those.
Well, Willow says, "I have to go soon, but I enjoyed painting
Aww.
with you."
Well, we enjoyed having you with us. Thank you for joining.
And if you couldn't finish your painting, don't worry. You could finish it
you
later.
can go back. You can come back and do it tomorrow.
Oh,
or another
Donna
day.
says for me to move up.
Oh, maybe
Well,
that's
up. Well, how-
no. It's probably a delayed comment.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. So we have some highlights on there. If you want to make this a little bit
Well, I can
brighter,
move up a little bit more.
you can add a little bit more white in
There you
there
go.
for some brightness, depending on how much white you have in there. And then we're gonna go to brown.
Yeah, see, Catherine, she said in the emails you can always type in the title of a person or a website on the search, and
Oh,
the list should pop up.
that's a good way to do it too.
Right, but then Donna's like me, okay?
We
I
ain't
don't
thinking
do
about that.
Yeah, I don't think
We're
about
not thinking
that.
about that.
I don't think about, let me put the name in the box.
Right.
And then with me, I'll put the name in the box and all this other crap will come up and I'll go, I don't know what that is. That's not what I'm looking for. So I never mess with that.
So we added our highlights on the inside of the rim and the back, and then the outside of the rim on the front. A little bit more up in that yellow area.
Oh, now you're going up even more. Let me just give it a couple of more.
And then we're going to rinse and dry, and we'll go to our brown if you want to add some more outlining to your shade for a little bit more of a darker outline instead of just that red.
Yeah, Donna says, I can't wait to try this tomorrow. Thank you so much
Aw.
for your patience.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's awesome.
You're so welcome. Thanks for joining us. We can't wait to see what you do. So,
Yeah, because what we do here is when you finish your painting, we ask you, we always ask to
that's
please
right.
take a picture of your painting and send it to us.
That's right. So
And
what
then we celebrate it.
what I'll do after we're done is put up a reminder in the discussion to please post your photos here. So you'll add your photo as a comment on that post that I put in the discussion. And the second post that I'll put up is a picture of me holding up our many thanks card, and then that will be the information for our virtual tip jar if you choose to use that. Those people that use the virtual tip jar or that have purchased a kit for this event will go on the spinner for tomorrow, where we'll do our giveaway. If we have enough virtual tippers, then I will go ahead and I will get that little mini leg lamp, and we'll ship it out to one lucky winner.
Okay. All right, now see, we got a testimonial.
Testimonial. Go ahead.
Trisha
Hi,
Trisha
Trisha.
Hippensteel, remember her?
Yes.
She said, "Not gonna lie, our paintings turned out okay.
Yay!
I'm excited to share." See, trusted the process.
Awesome.
And just like I said, when you trust the process, it'll come out at the end. You'll go, "Oh wow, okay, now
That's
I see
not
it."
bad. Aw, that's so great. We can't wait to see them. So I'm just adding a little bit more of the brown down here, almost like a shadow back there from where our leg is, from the inside of that rim. And I just want around the top edge as well.
Yeah, Donna Otwell says, "I will."
Very good. All right, so we've outlined, we have done our fishnets, we've got everything done except for your wording and your lettering. If you want to add some wording in there, if you want to add for GLA, if you want to add it's a major award, if you want to add you'll shoot your eye out, you can add whatever wording or lettering you want, or you can leave it just the way it is. It's totally up to you.
I'm seeing if I can back out now.
And you can do this in your brown, you can do this in the black. Whatever you should choose is fine. I think I'm going to try and do a big, maybe I'll do like for GLA, but larger.
For larger? Good, I backed out. Now if I can just lower it down. There we go. Yeah, see now Laura Sullivan says, "My rescue cat just joined me."
Aww. Hi, rescue.
Be careful now, you're gonna wake Rascal up. Because we're already over his time limit. The minute he gets up, he's gonna be like, oh, we're past the time. Oh, hell no, you got to get up. He says, "Sign and date it now. Let's go."
When you're all done, you'll sign and date. Not yet. So if you want to, once you're done with your lettering, if you want to add some more of those little brush strokes, those little lines that kind of look like wood grain to make it look like, you know, like the wood crate, you can add that
So
there.
you're going to put fragile?
I am.
That was one of the first things I remember your son saying.
That, yeah.
When he first
That
saw the
stuck.
movie. That's what stuck. Fragile.
It's Italian. I think that's what that was the other thing. Must be Italian or something. It must be.
And then he said,
Italian.
"Yeah, I want that lamp."
You must have heard us talking about
And
it.
that was it. Once I saw the lamp, I was like, uh-oh. He wants that lamp? Okay. Next thing I know, I seen it in his room on his desk. Oh, Megan says Bradley 3 just awarded his granny, Penny, a trophy for having the best painting.
Aww.
And I'd say ours are turning out pretty good.
Aww, that's
That's what I'm talking
cute.
about. And you just trust the process, and then you take a picture for us.
Yes,
And
please.
send it in to us. Laura Corlo Swanson says, loved this painting.
Aw, we're
That's
so
why we do it.
glad.
You guys choose it for us. You suggested it. You said this is what you wanted to paint. And we aim to please.
Yes.
We just
We
want
do.
you guys to have fun and be happy and enjoy what you're painting.
That's right. We hope you smile. And that's why, you know, anybody that asks, you know, can they add their tip or their donation in ahead of time, I always say, please wait until after the night of the event.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that you enjoy yourself. We want to make sure that you love what you do, that you have fun with us and you enjoy your time with us. That's important to me, that you guys enjoy the experience, that you have fun. And listen, as many messages as I get, tons and tons of messages of people that thank us and love us, don't get me wrong. I have messages of people that go, this does not work for me. I don't like what you do.
Right.
That's okay. We may not work for everybody.
Right.
It's okay. That's why we say, we're not a class. I'm not your teacher.
Right.
I am here to guide you through a session, to make you smile, to bring joy.
Right.
We're not grading anything.
Right. There's some instruction,
Yeah,
but it's just in fun. It's just to make
That's right.
you have a good time.
That's right. Exactly. So that, my friends, after you're done, if you want to add those little wood grain streaks in there, you can.
Uh-huh. Michelle Mann says, I've had an amazing time. You guys are great. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, guys.
Maite Rios Larson says, I can't wait to do this over the weekend.
Yay.
I got my supplies this morning.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Right. See, when you know how you want to do things, that's what this is all about. You do them at your leisure when you're ready to do them.
Yep.
You know, a lot of women don't get mommy time.
So true.
Okay, at all. Okay, we got some people that says, look, I waited till 12 midnight because that's the only time I get to be able to just sit down and have some time for me.
And I get that. I understand completely because sometimes that's when I get the most done. When everyone's asleep, when it's quiet, that's when I can work and I can pack hits until 2 in the morning or whatever.
She's saying 2 in the morning, but it's really 4:30 in the morning. She come in at 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh, here she come now.
I think
okay.
2 is the late, maybe 3 is the latest I've been up.
Yeah, nope, 4:30. I'm trying to tell you.
Stuff.
She does all of this painting and all of this stuff, all this administrative stuff. She makes kits. She's got boxes of kits ready to go out to the post office and UPS. I get up in the morning and take them all out. And then after she does all of that, then she watches her shows. Okay, so she'll be done at 2:30, and she says, "Okay, I gotta watch that show. What's that show you watch? The cowboy show."
I haven't watched that in months.
That was the show you was watching every night. Yellowstone, okay? She'd be like, I gotta catch up on Yellowstone. Or, oh no, The Bachelorette is on. I gotta catch up on The Bachelorette. Okay? So after she does all her work, then she says, okay, it's 2:30 in the morning. I want to watch another hour of The Bachelorette. And it'll be 3:30 in the morning. Then she come creeping into the bed, wake me up. I'll be like, oh wow, it's 3:30. Okay. Yep, she'll be up.
But even while I'm watching quote unquote, I'm just listening because I'm really downloading everybody's pictures that have sent them to us so that I can put them on a slideshow.
That too. She's spending hours making a slideshow. Okay, and see, I work during the day. Okay, I'm post videos and edit videos during the day, whatever. But when it's time to go to bed, like right now, it's 12 after 10 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, and once we finish here, I'll go to bed because I got to get up early in the morning. And she'll be like, nope, I'll be up till 2:30.
Yeah.
Then I'll watch some Yellowstone. Then I'll watch a Bachelorette episode.
No, I will not.
It's 4:30. Then I'll come to bed and get up and start it all over in the morning. Go to work. Make sure Aiden's ready to go to school. And go right out there and do it all over again. She don't stop. She doesn't stop.
It's hard to stop.
Oh, okay. Now, Michelle Johnson says we had a blast.
Hi, Michelle.
Can't wait to do the Pink Nightmare.
That's right. The Pink Nightmare is Ralphie in the suit. He looks like a pink nightmare. That's going to be the quote for that one.
So you got everybody ready for that one.
Fix the clock? Okay, now you can have one of the leg lamp paintings.
See, I did another one.
Did you end it?
No, not yet.
Nope, I did another one.
What'd you do?
Maite Rios Larson says, you said my name so well.
Aww.
No one ever gets it right the first time.
Which one was the
I take pride in getting names right.
one from Christmas Story on there now?
No, he left already.
No, he's gone. You're too late.
He left already.
Oh.
He was the younger bully, the smaller of the bullies in the movie.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't like that.
I know, the one that had the little hat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know him by his name.
Out of him.
Grover Dill.
The pendulum stopped again.
Oh my goodness.
the battery was mixed brands, and it was a dead
Got
one,
it.
so it didn't
Going
work
back
right.
out.
All right.
All right, so then Laura Hall says I gotta play catch up.
No
I
problem.
went on your YouTube and started doing Baby Yoda for my husband for
Ah.
Christmas. Thank you for doing that. Please subscribe when you go to our YouTube page, because then you'll get notified every time we have a new video.
Yes.
Megan says thank you.
Yes, you're
We
welcome.
had a blast tonight.
You're welcome.
Can't
welcome.
wait to join for future ones. Jennifer, you are
Yay.
a wonderful teacher.
Aw.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. Thank
All right,
you.
Catherine says I love the outcome of this painting. And by painting, I mean yours. Because I haven't painted mine yet.
Oh.
It's free-handed waiting. But I had
Aw.
fun joining you guys tonight.
Very good. We're
Yeah,
glad you
Jennifer
had
does
fun.
seem to work in her sleep. Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Grandma Pat's with us saying thank you again. See you
Welcome,
towards the
Grandma
night before
Pat.
Christmas. I can't wait.
Sounds good.
Thank you for my sketch today.
You're welcome.
And Lynn Velasco says hi there. Looks great.
Hi.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Julie Estep says we had a great time. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Colleen Zampatella says this was great. Terry Bowman Metler, thumbs up.
You want to wrap presents at 10:30? You should be in bed.
See? That rubs off. See how it rubs off on your son? Your son wants to stay up till 10:30
No wrapping
wrapping
presents.
presents.
It's time for bed.
You see this?
Oh my
This is
gosh.
what they
You can
do.
make tea first.
Yes,
This is what
you
they
can
do.
make
He's
me
just
a
gonna make
chamomile
tea
tea,
first.
please.
And his mommy's
Thank
gonna
you.
be up till about 2:30 doing stuff, and then she'll start watching her shows at 2:30, and then 4:30 she'll come to bed.
No. Mom has some administrative duties to take care of, and then I'm going to bed.
That's what she calls it, administrative duties. Yeah,
Oh my. Okay.
yeah. And see, Rascal's still laid out, so that's good. He's not creating a ruckus because he's saying, look, it's over the 2-hour mark. How dare you still be doing this?
What is was Ralphie on there too?
No, he
No.
didn't make it on there. Not for that one, but you know what? Maybe on the next one, since we're going to be painting his character.
But see,
Maybe he'll come on there.
Terry Cole.
Beaver's Skull. Did
Harry
you do
Cole.
that one?
Terry Cole just said, I finished, and it actually looks great.
Yay!
I wasn't sure if it would, but thanks, Jennifer.
That's right. Trust the process with me.
That's
Trust
what we
the
tell him all the
process.
time. Trust the process, you'll be okay.
I have to tell myself that sometimes still, guys. I've been doing this for years. I mean, I've been painting all my life, but, you know, like even throughout this, sometimes when I create new paintings, sometimes they don't come easy. Mark can tell you, that Polar Express painting, that
Yeah.
took a lot of hand-holding for
And
me.
I did more than hold her hand. I was begging her, please, no, please, you gotta do this one this way.
There's,
Everybody has the same painting. Let's do something different.
you know, sometimes I could have we have a laundry list of things to paint, but I may not, you know, sometimes I have my mindset of, all right, I'm gonna get 3 paintings done tonight. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get 3 paintings done tonight. I'll come down here and I'll kind of get started, and everything I do just doesn't feel right. And if, you know what, if I'm not in the right mindset and if I don't feel it, I need to stop and walk away, and I need to try again the next day, because a lot of this has everything to do with how you feel.
Right.
There's days that I feel it, that I know it, and that I may be up until 4 a.m. just going, and I'll just create paintings all night long if
Yep.
that's what it takes.
And then she'll come upstairs and get into bed, and it'll be time for me to get up. And I'll get up, and I'll go downstairs, and I'll look at them and go, these are great. And not knowing that she went to bed going, I don't like none of these paintings.
Not usually when I'm in the zone. I call it the zone. You like when you're in the zone and you're going, they're coming. They're good. It's fine. But sometimes those ones that I have to tell myself, trust the process. We got this.
Now see, Colette, she was having a little trouble before.
Yep.
And she says, thanks so much. I'm only on the knee-high lines catching up, but I did have
It's
a blast.
okay. Aw.
And you just take your
Very
time,
good.
Colette.
That's right. Yep.
Take your time, trust the process, and you'll get through it, and
You
you'll
got
be
it.
fine.
It'll cut out on you in a minute. We'll post the video, but then you can go right to it again.
And
And
Jen
watch
Frederick says, thanks for a fun Thursday.
You're
I had to
welcome.
start mine over because I tried to do it without the sketch, and that was not happening. She said, but that's okay. The new one is looking way better. Thanks for sharing my
Yay.
favorite movie.
Aw, you're welcome. Yeah,
Oh, Laura says, which night is the Polar Express?
Polar Express is next Saturday.
Next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
Not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Right, next Saturday. Sorry about that.
Yep, that's right.
Bobby Jessel said, I already hung mine up.
Yeah, there you go. I love it.
Yes.
So who's giving theirs as a gift? I heard a few gift givers happening.
Yep, a couple of people said they were giving them out as a gift.
So my favorite part about giving a gift is putting it in a frame. And we have the link to these on Amazon, and I should just send them to you.
I forgot which person said that their mother hates this movie. But she said, I'm doing this one for my mother for Christmas. There you go. You put it in a frame like that, you'll be fine.
And I love framing the paintings. They just make a great gift. So my family, when they get my paintings, they'll get a frame with it.
Yeah, it makes it look much more elegant.
I don't know, it makes it look finished, and I don't know.
Catherine says, Jennifer, how old were you when you first started to paint and realized that you have a talent?
Oh, gosh, I was really young, actually. I mean, I first was drawing really well in elementary school. I was really close with even my art teacher, even from elementary school, and she's probably still a friend of mine today.
Yes.
In middle school, I was able to do portraits. Like, so 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I was doing portraits. Painting, same thing, was painting really well in by middle school. And then high school, I was part of the Art Honor Society, so I was always doing different painting things, whether it was murals, because as the Art Honor Society, we had kind of large jobs that we volunteered to do for like our YMCA. We painted the YMCA, we painted schools in the area, like murals on walls. And I did my own kind of, that's what I did for extra money aside from babysitting. I was painting murals. I was painting murals and paintings. But yeah, I've always been painting, always been creating. That was kind of my escape from things.
And now you got people escaping and doing their
Yeah. I didn't realize at the time that that's what I was doing. I did it because I thought I just enjoyed the act of doing that. But I realize it now as an adult that my painting and my doing art as a kid was my escape from everything. It was my self-care time. That's definitely what I was doing, just not realizing it.
But now you realize it.
Yeah, now I realize it. It was either that or writing. I'm also a writer.
That's
so,
right. And Lynn Velasco says, I never even thought of gifting the paintings. What a great idea.
Yes, well, we have hundreds of them stacked in our home.
Yeah.
So we normally, if they're not a gift, we'll donate them. So we donate to like nursing homes and organizations,
Hospices,
things like that. So, yes.
Laura Hall says, yes, I need a frame for my husband's Yoda.
Yes, I will. If you need the link for it, I'll send it to you.
That's what we're doing tomorrow, right?
That is tomorrow. So Cousin Eddie, Shitter's Full.
Cousin Eddie is tomorrow.
So,
tomorrow night at 9 p.m.
The
we'll be
competition
back.
of my two favorite movies.
That's right. We'll be back tomorrow night.
That's right. Tomorrow it's later, yes, at 9 o'clock. So.
Yes, you'll have a drink tomorrow?
I'll have a drink tomorrow.
All right. How
Yes.
you feel? You okay?
Yeah. Just,
all right.
Yeah. I'm starting to lose my voice a little, but I'm okay.
All right.
Feeling good, hanging out.
We want to thank everybody for coming to join us tonight.
That's right. Thank you guys all so much for joining us
Definitely
tonight.
want to thank Yano Anaya for coming on and saying hi to all of you guys. Grover Dill was here, and he did say hi and salute. And everybody
So cool.
that said showed him some love, I want to thank you guys for showing him the love.
That's
he
right.
did feel it. And I hope we see him again. That's awesome.
Absolutely. I'll give them the heads up on the next one so that maybe we can make
get
it
Ralphie to come on.
Yeah, maybe giving them a little bit of time. Maybe we'll just do it on Zoom, even if it's free. We'll just do it on
Ralphie
Zoom.
and Randy and hopefully Grover Dill back on.
That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a great night. Thank you so
Cool.
much, everybody. Have a safe night.
That's
Hope we
right.
see you tomorrow. We'll be
Good night,
back.
guys.
Good night.
Thank you.